Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another exciting edition of Saturday Night InSaNity.
Who are you people?
Free Shavakadu!
Free Shavakadu!
Free Shavakadu!
Free
I downloaded that
Shavakadu for
video.
everyone!
I downloaded that video so I could have it forever.
Excellent. Must preserve the classic moments of the internet.
I still like the cat on the car hood. The guy honks the horn, the cat just hops vertically up.
Yeah.
Just That's it.
Yes, guest appearance from Robocop. I decided, I've got a shit ton of pictures that were used for the thumbnails. I'll just kind of rotate them.
Robocop. It's
Robocop.
that links body horror. I mean,
Robert Cop.
True.
He is a robot.
It's like
He is
sci-fi action, I would say sci-fi action comedy body horror. There's
Yes.
only not a lot of body horror, but there's body horror.
There's a little bit, yeah.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's
all
also-
I would say
the,
the movie there's probably like 25 minutes. In the movie.
It's also
I would-
very gory.
I was
Yeah.
just
in
gonna say,
a couple of spots.
yeah.
But
I was
gore's not
talking
like
about
horror.
The
No.
scenes where they're testing all the different things.
Robocops. This is like my
Yeah,
favorite one.
all the different Robocops and
Like that stupid precursor show that they're doing. Prequel show for
this-
RoboCop. That better be focused. They better mock that scene to make the first RoboCop, quote unquote, first RoboCop, with having all those failures with like.
Yes, that's actually a scene
rips-
from the second one. That's
Yeah, I know it is, but I'm
yeah.
saying that should be the premise for the fucking
It's rare.
prequel show. That process of making RoboCop the first one.
Oh, well, possibly. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with that, though. It's just going to be the story of Dick Jones.
Oh, I have like less interest
his,
in that
his
now.
rise to power. It's going to be a satire of corporate America. It's not necessarily going to be anything to do with RoboCop. Maybe Ed 209, but
Yeah, 209.
but it will be taking place prior to the. Well, and that whole thing in the second one, that was their attempts to duplicate the process so they could have another RoboCop. And
Yeah, I know.
It was just like failure after failure after failure.
But I'm saying I just think it'd be really cool if like they did that failure after failure part, but they put it as like we're also trying that with RoboCop and failing over and over and over again,
Yes.
including probably trying to implant a brain into Ed 209 because that seems like a pretty obvious thing to do.
I don't know. Well, I always thought that, that was the whole thing, though, was like Bob Morton wanted to go cyborg, Dick Jones wanted to go full robot. Just like,
Almost everybody on my screen
You know.
is a default, so.
but I don't know. We'll see. I'll check it out because I like that dystopian world.
Well, if reviews come back good, I'll probably watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a bastard.
Lighthouse.
I will let you know. But,
So
well,
that's what I'm immediately interested in. It doesn't seem like it's. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
Interesting.
I give all things RoboCop a chance, and, they're kind of hit and miss, but
I am the commander.
I'll check them all out.
It certainly can't be worse than the shows that follow the movies. So I mean, and I like those. So,
Exactly. So did I. Well, the one I've watched anyway. I haven't seen the miniseries one yet.
I mean, someday we'll do a watch
We're-
party.
We'll watch that. We're gonna watch both.
Bad news, JL.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Everything shutting down.
Yes.
Every
And good.
every-
I'm glad. Keep the teachers and children safe, for the love of fuck. So they should never have been reopened in the first place. Period.
Okay.
The world's not ready yet. Anyway. So what's new, Magoos? What's going down in Groovetown then?
things, man.
I'm gonna be alone forever. It's pretty cool.
some things.
Me
and some
too.
Stuff.
It's been a good week.
You
I was
know.
like,
Uh-huh. It's been
Yeah,
an
it's
alright week here. I had kind of a relaxing week recovering from last week's fucking marathon. And that was
How did
fun.
yesterday go?
It's alright. It was a it wasn't as monumental a marathon, but it was alright. We had a good time.
Oh, it can't all be big, right?
We had fun. That's the main thing. So, yeah, no, they can't all be like massive 24-hour endurance challenges. But no, it was good. We went for about 12, 13 hours, I guess. and we had a lot of fun. No, we haven't met the donate. Well, you can see it right on the screen there, Legally Blind Gamer. It's right there, right below where it says Cram Crypt. We're at 40% of the current donation goal. We're basically looking to reorganize the horror section,
40%.
move all horror stuff into the dungeon area. That will also allow me to do some more reorganization here. I know a lot of people have been asking, are you ever going to do another collection overview? It's like, yes, at some point. I'm not going to do them like annually or anything because that would be ridiculous.
I mean, if you had a smaller collection, that'd be way more feasible. But your
Yeah.
collection takes weeks to fucking film and
It
edit
does.
and fuck that noise.
Like each episode is basically one shelf. You know, like I have a lot of stuff to cover. But yeah, so basically the idea is get a new media shelf unit, put it in the dungeon area, move the horror collection over there, and then that frees up more
As
space.
it's seasonally appropriate.
Yeah, and well, yeah, and anyway, so that'll free up an entire shelving unit there that I can sort of reorganize everything else.
I don't have that luxury, so what I had to do is pull all my studio titles off the shelf and put them in a box. Because fuck those things. Who cares about those titles? I just want my smaller label stuff on my shelves at this point, just because I'm running out of room and I don't really buy a lot of studio titles anymore.
Yeah. I buy
very
select
limited
ones.
money, so
I mean, most of the studio titles that were of interest to me were ones that I'm nostalgic about, so I wanted to.
Yeah, or I
have those.
pulled out a cheap bin or something, like,
Yeah. Or
I'll buy anything for $5.
Or I mean, a lot of the times, some of the nowadays, like a lot of the smaller labels will do like a big deluxe edition of an old studio title, like a catalog studio title. So I'll get that.
Yeah, I might buy that.
Like Robocop, like the Robocop ones in the picture there. But and no, I don't really. Collect...
Robocop's from a boutique label, so that's on the shelf too.
Correct.
So is Robocop 2.
All
But
three,
like,
my
Robocop 3 is from a fucking studio, not likely to be watched ever again. So just put it in the
okay.
box.
See, I have the Scream Factory edition of that as well, so I've got the. So they're all.
Didn't decide
all
to upgrade it
boutique
yet.
labels.
If I find it for cheap someday, I'll definitely buy it. But I just didn't want to pay $22 for Robocop 3, or even $18. I think it's down to right now.
I don't care. I just wanted the best edition of all of them. And no, how's your father? I don't really collect toys, just movies. I've never been much of a toy collector other than when I was a kid. But I'm the multimedia chronicles. The keyword there being media. I'm all about media. Books, comics, games, movies, all that stuff. All about the media.
I collect a little bit of everything, but I don't really collect a lot of toys because I don't have the money.
Toys are expensive.
When I had a job, I was buying Hot Wheels and Transformers and various action figures and whatever retro shit I'd find at swap meets and shit, but
I have
can't work anymore,
probably not JL. I don't know. I don't really plan that. I just kind of play when I feel like playing. I got a lot of video stuff to work on this week, so I kind of wanted to bear down on that. So
bear down.
But yeah, anyway, I'm all about media. I do buy some selected toys once in a while. Like, I got that Alien model kit that was the same as the one I had when I was a kid that my mom threw away. So obviously that was a replacement for a beloved childhood thing. I get the odd Funko Pop if it's, a character that I have an affinity for. Not much else, honestly. Most of the toys I've added to the collection in recent years have been ones that viewers have sent me. Like, I don't really buy a lot of toys.
Yeah, same. Most of the stuff I got from Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna go to stores.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
Just, like,
this guy's
special
cool.
stuff. Yeah.
And so I bought like the Kickstarter exclusive figures that are from those lines because it's like,
Yeah.
I might be able to get the rest from like stores or from like eBay, but the Kickstarter exclusives are gonna be way expensive. So when I back these toy things, I'm like, I'm gonna get some Kickstarter exclusives. Or in the case of my Sectars, I just bought the 2 core figures.
Oh,
I like.
Yeah. See, like, that's something I might have been inclined to get if I'd had the money at the time. Because, Sectars.
Well, they have those went to stores, so you can find those.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
on internet retailers.
I might grab a couple of those. Probably the same thing, just like the 2 sort of core figures. But, because Sectars was one of those, we've talked about this before, like, it was one of those franchises that just didn't really take off, but had some cool stuff. They did an animated miniseries that I really wish somebody would put out on DVD because it was only ever aired once and only exists online now as a janky fan recording. And then Marvel did a series of comics that ran for 8 issues, and I really liked the comics.
This is
actually-
much smaller than the original figures. They're only 3 3/4 inch
Oh
scale.
yeah, no, the originals were bigger.
But they
But-
look so good and they're really posable.
Very nice.
And they come with a bunch of accessories, which I put inside these Altoid tins because they had
Oh, okay.
magnetic feet. So,
Oh, okay, that's cool.
so
That's a good idea.
at some point, I'm going to decorate the bases.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like spray paint this.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna here. I'll show you. Keep all the accessories inside.
Yeah.
I'm gonna strip this right, and then spray paint it, and then decorate it with like terrain. So it's like he's standing on like a rocky terrain. It's like a decorative base
Mhm.
that you can open up with the stuff inside.
Yeah. But
Sorry.
But yeah, I like the comics. I also collected in terms of toy stuff. I'm really interested in things like pack-in comics, like mini comics. So I actually I had a few Sectars toys
No.
when they were new, and I mainly bought them for the pack-in comics. So I bought like the cheap ones, the little ones, the little sort of companion bug characters. So I got those and basically got them for the mini comics, and that was that.
Oh,
you know?
motherfucker! I got like a head full of hair. What a weird thing to insult me on.
Yeah, I know, it's so random.
I'm so confused. Like what?
And then when I discovered eBay.
A big forehead.
Okay, anyway, when I discovered eBay, I tracked down the rest of the mini comics and just got them individually. Same with Star Yours was another short-lived toy line that had really good comics.
Star Yours and
yeah.
what were the other ones with the fucking holograms?
Oh, Visionaries. Visionaries.
Were those the ones the little Jawas with the
Which?
that was Visionaries? The Jawas with the hologram? That was Visionaries also?
The Jawas?
Like robed thing.
I-
Was it like a robe thing with his whole body with the hologram? Was that the Visionaries?
I have no idea what you're talking about. The Visionaries were you know the Visionaries. We had.
Yeah, I know the action figures, the main heroes. I think
Yeah.
there's released like the smaller figures from that line. What am I thinking?
Don't know that they really had smaller figures for those ones.
Jesus Christ! I'm thinking of some other line. That's my point.
Something else. Yeah, I don't know what that would be.
Was the Supernaturals or something like that? Fuck.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, yeah.
Spectral-
So, it's something like that. Yeah, I think I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
It was
That's the
around
one I
this.
figured.
It was around the same time. They had like kind of this hologram craze where all these toys had holograms on them. Yeah, I forgot all about that one.
My other favorite. I love Battle Beast.
I think it was
That'll
the
be-
Supernaturals. Yeah. Well,
Supernaturals. I think it is.
I think
Yes,
it was the
I think it is.
Supernaturals. Yeah, I think you're right. I've completely forgotten about that one. Yeah.
Oh, I had those. I didn't have Visionaries. I had those guys, and I
Yeah.
had a few Battle Beasts because
Yeah,
those
Battle
were cool.
Beasts were cool. They weren't holograms though. They had like the rub things, like the heat sensitive things that would reveal what element they were associated with. Transformers did something similar where there was a line of Transformers that had the heat sensitive decals that you would rub them to warm them up, and it would tell you if it was an Autobot or a Decepticon. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't know their
and-
affiliation until you rubbed it.
I
So
had a few of those.
it's the same thing with Battle. I think it came out around the same time as Battle Beasts. Actually, it was kind of like that year.
Oh, yeah.
They did a whole
In fact,
bunch of
if
these.
you actually funny
decals.
story, Battle Beasts are part of Transformers.
That's right. They are. They were part of the Hasbro universe.
Yeah, in the Japanese series, they visit a planet. It's the fucking Battle Beast.
Of the Battle Beasts. Yeah, yeah. I think isn't that it's in one of the ones we have, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in the Japanese series. You just
like,
have to watch it.
One of the trilogy, the '80s trilogy. But
in the second or third
I
series.
think so. Like the third one, they got more
The
farther.
other one had Victor's Victory, I think, because it had the space bearing one.
Yeah, they got farther removed from the U.S. series as they went on. I know the first one, Headmasters, is more like it feels like a direct continuation of the U.S. series, and then they get sort of more and more anime.
I can't wait to watch them because they're like something. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm
wait.
sure.
I just-
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's gonna be
I
awesome.
watched a bunch. The last time I watched them was like, I don't know, 15 years ago when I bought that bootleg, that Chinese official bootleg set. It's technically the official set. 'Cause it's got like the official seal and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not like the bootleg seal. You can tell that it's going to be a bootleg. But was it as a Chinese release? It was probably a Hong Kong release
Mhm.
that it imported. And I ended up sending it to Aficionados Chris actually.
Might have been.
But it had all dubs, the dubs that appeared on in Hawaii for the first season, and I
okay,
adored
yeah,
them.
yeah,
so bad, like it was
The,
like enjoyably bad.
yeah. There was a UK release of that had the dubs, the English dubs.
Same things, yeah, same dub.
Do I have? I have a UK release of the whole trilogy. I can't
You
remember.
do in fact have that. Yes.
Yeah, I think mine does have the English dub.
Yeah, Hanson.
It was David Bunch of Numbers sent it to me.
There you go. They have
Yeah.
a bunch of numbers.
Good old David Bunch. He sent me a lot of
bunch
Transformers
of
stuff.
numbers.
Yeah,
That guy's awesome.
sent me a lot of Transformers, Doctor Who.
Quiz,
some
what are the
Marvel stuff.
numbers?
I don't remember. 315-842.
7 years, 8 years,
Three
whatever.
think it actually
315-842.
starts
I
with
think.
I think it starts with 5 and 5.
It's
513-842. I can't remember. He told me the significance of the numbers once too, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
See how much he cares? I'm kidding. That guy's
Yeah.
memory goes bad as the rest of us. We're all cheese
Yeah.
graters.
It's selective.
Trying to hold water, you know?
But,
Not gonna work.
But yeah, and that was. I remember he sent those to me before the Shout Factory put them out here, and
That's the only way to see him at the time.
it was kind of a rarity at the time. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And he sent there's also a DVD which is an alternative presentation of them, which was called it was just called Takara Transformers, I think, where it basically combined all three of them into one big series, and had a different opening title sequence and stuff. And he said that's how they appeared for a while in the UK. So he sent it. He sent the DVD. I don't think they had a full DVD set of that, but he sent one DVD of it, kind of to represent that alternate presentation. Which,
That's kind of cool.
yeah, I thought it was pretty
You know
cool.
what we should do is when we do our watch party stuff of that, we should rip like one episode from that set so we
Just
can
to
have like,
see the different.
or one disc or
Yeah.
something, you know?
Yeah,
We have
So
like a
the-
bunch of episodes in the
the
middle.
alternate take. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. Looks like we got quite a bit of news this
We
week.
do?
Yeah.
Things happened this week.
I know. It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, burf.
I saw it described just for like we're still going through the whole
Soundboard is not off.
political process and all that. So just one little political mention here. I saw it this week described as the only week where we've gotten to see Donald Trump lose every day of the week.
Oh my god, he lost 5 times this week.
Yeah,
He's a 5-time loser. It's
I
great.
know.
It's like
JL, the
Good God.
soundboard is never turned off on SNI. It is always on. So if you're having trouble with it, it's either something happening with Twitch, over which I have no control, or something on your end, over which I also have no control. So
Is it working for me?
it is never, ever
soundboard is
turned off.
no.
It is working for
Why
me.
soundboard?
There you go.
Why?
Thanks, Smeghound.
Smeghound took his thunder from me.
Well,
There you go.
if
It is
that's the
clearly
case,
working.
JL, I recommend reloading.
Yes. Which is
It's
what
so
we
fun.
always recommend every time you say you're having a problem with Twitch. Please
Please
let
stop
this
trying to
sink
fire
in at some
attention with
point.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
Please stop trolling us by repeating the same question like that over and over. You know what the answer is. Reload.
Yes. The answer is always reload. When in doubt, reload.
The answer is it's your fault. Figure it out.
Yeah.
It's your machine's
It's
fault.
all
It may not
on
be your
you.
fault. It's on your computer's fault. It's-
They treat me the same way when I have issues.
Yes.
It's your
Yeah.
fault. You figure it out.
it's
like,
a
good
ginger,
luck.
It's okay.
How do I
Are you
do
supposed
this?
to
Did
Don't know.
something
Okay.
to your computer,
Well,
and now
guys,
it's broken.
So gingers
Fix
are from
it.
the Bizarro world, and so unlike us, we work on affection, and you have to abuse your ginger. They like it. I'm kidding. Please don't. Please be nice to ginger people. And please
That's right.
make sure your ginger friends are okay with you calling them gingers,
That's right.
like this one is. That one is.
Um,
Right hand.
Yes. Okay. Trailers. Lots of trailers this week. We got an official trailer. This is our geek news of the week, courtesy of our New York news hound, Raptor Rivera. I see JL got the soundboard working. Okay. So first up, we have the official trailer for the HBO Max special, The French Prince of Bel-Air Reunion. Oh, it's a special. I thought it was going to be
The
like a
French
miniseries or
Prince?
something. But anyway, The French Prince of Bel-Air. Yes,
Oh,
correct.
God.
Premiering November 19th. 30 years later, the Banks family are back together. Join Will Smith and his former co-stars for a funny and heartfelt night full of music and dancing in honor. Oh, this is just like a reunion special. It's not the reboot thing that they were talking
Yeah,
about.
it's not a.
Okay.
I'm interested in this.
Yeah, heartfelt night full of. I'm interested in both. I'll totally check out the other one. Heartfelt night full of music and dancing in honor of the show that ran for 6 seasons and 148 episodes. It's also the first time both Aunt Vivians will be together on camera. Wow. Very cool.
Whoa!
Both
Oh,
Vivians.
The reboot series, I just want to see a trailer before I decide to want to like watch it. That's all. Just
I'll
kinda-
watch the
kinda like
pilot.
that stuff.
I'll watch the first episode. Give it a fair shake, you know. I mean, I trust the creative talent behind it. You know, they gave us 6 wonderful seasons, so
Yeah.
you know, I'll see. I'll check.
Oh my
check
God!
it
Both
out.
Aunt Vivian's timeline universe crash explode.
Yeah, yeah. And
exactly
thank you for the explosion of unicorn boner love, Major Motoko. Much appreciated, dude.
I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah.
how the world can handle 2 Aunt Vivs. But I'm just...
We
We
got
don't
the,
deserve it. This year
We
sucked.
don't.
We don't deserve 2 Aunt Vivs.
we got the official teaser trailer for the HBO documentary Tiger, premiering January 2021. This 2-part documentary chronicles the rise, fall, and epic comeback of arguably the greatest and most controversial professional golfer in history, Tiger Woods. Very cool.
Okay.
That'll be interesting.
Yes. Well, I have no interest in anything to do with golf at all, other than
Well, I
playing
grew up
on
playing
console
golf,
a little
and
bit, but
The little sports
mini
sport
golf.
thing that I did when I was younger, it was all centered around Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods.
Yep.
Was
Well,
it?
especially the games. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hype Train. Hype Train. Triggered by... I don't know who triggered. I think it's Duncan triggered it with his 100 bits there. Hype Train in effect. We're already at level 17, level 18. Now's the time to let her rip, baby. So,
Yeah.
just pause here and talk about
Those
golf
emotes,
games while the
don't
hype
ya?
train rolls along.
You want
You know
those
what's happening
emotes,
now?
don't ya?
You know what's happening now?
I
You
know.
know what's happening? Will you stop doing the fucking...
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
What's happening now? Why don't
What's
you
happening
inform
now-
us, Skinslip? What is happening now?
is... Skinslip doesn't know how to do this. Hold on.
Like the whole-
Skinslip
what
is
what's
going to
happening
inform
now?
us
There you
of
go.
what is
Which-
happening now.
You can't say
What's happening
you
now?
can't say what is happening now and then ask would you
There.
stop?
I'm contributing.
Holy moly! Skinslip dropped some bits in the jar. Look at that. With a
I
boom.
want emote.
The
Give me
boom,
emote.
No less. No less.
I want my bare minimum effort.
Hey, it's better it interrupts the... We're only 2 news items in, Michael. Chillax. Chillax, my
At least,
man.
yeah. Last time it happened right before we were like, let's start the news, and
Yeah.
the hype train happened.
It's better
This
when
time
it
at least it's early.
It's better when it happens during the news rather than in the middle of our pickups or something, because then whoever's pickups it is...
Or where's
Skinslip,
the obituaries?
gets
You
gets
fucking
an-
heathens.
Or the obituaries. Some people died this week. Blah,
Hey,
blah, blah,
hype
died.
train!
And
You know,
hype
some somber
train!
Memorial about some poor actor who died too fucking soon.
Hype train!
At least not then. I will ban a motherfucker. You start that shit during the fucking obit, man.
Oh my god, there's snowmen on my face. No, not a snowman. I'm bundled up and there's people knocking on the door.
That's not
Oh,
snow.
Knock, knock, knocking on Z's door. Yeah, JL keeps saying he's going to trigger mulch, but he never does. He keeps blowing
I
his
know,
bit
right?
swat on the soundboard every week and never has enough.
He literally has enough every week to do mulch, but doesn't.
Yes, but he doesn't. He
I
puts
wish
it
I
all
could
into other
afford
things.
mulch. Let me spend all my
He
mulch
just
money
wants
on
to
other
cover us, and I am Zeus. I am going to keep fucking the world until there are mini-me's everywhere. Everywhere.
It's true, though.
You may have already fucked me several times, but didn't know because I am a master of disguise with my fuckingness. Okay? You think that was a fine mist flowing into your body. Nope, it was me.
Oh my.
You thought it was just an innocent sheep. Nope, that was me too.
I just thought it was an innocent sheep flowing into your body. That was just me.
I'm so high.
You thought you were
took an edible. I took an edible at
the
7
horniest of all. I was saying the horny. I'm a pirate. Arr, arr, I'm a pirate. Arr, arr. I can't keep doing all these voices. I'm
Tickling your
dying.
face. What the fuck is happening?
I'm a pirate. Arr, arr.
I think it's trying to like face morph you.
I know, right?
Like,
Arr, hearties. We be at 82% on the hype train.
You're trying
Arr.
to give you a beard and failing? I'm so confused.
Holy moly,
Oh,
Duncan
oh,
just
oh, there it
pushes
is.
it over the line, and I'm
Ooh.
covered in puppies.
Yeah.
Man,
They
you're
will
a
never
fucking
know
puppy.
that I'm not one of them. I just
You're a
love
terrible puppy boy.
cuddle with
You deserve a
puppies.
puppy.
I'm covered in puppies. Hey, Garbage Gamer, subscribe! I'm barfing
weren't
a
subscribed before,
unicorn.
I'm
I'm
sure.
barfing. I'm a unicorn barfing rainbows.
Thanks, Major Potato, for the gift stuff.
I thought you were already subscribed. Damn.
I had to unsubscribe
Okay.
because Streamlabs was charging me.
I think Rosie's wondering what the hell is going on over here. we're at 11% on level 2. Level 2 should have piles of emotes for level 1. Hopefully people who don't have all the level 1s have the level 1s now for level 1.
Every time I try to type Martian, I type Marshall. I hate it. I hate
Marshall.
my stupid. Yeah. It's one of those type. You know, you go to type a word and you always type it wrong. Always.
From
You know,
as
or-
I always type form every time.
Yeah.
Form.
Yeah, right. It's a real word, so you never
Form.
fucking catch it.
Yeah.
You never fucking catch
Hi,
it.
Tweety.
Hello.
You're
you
making me
you're
barf
like, no!
energy beams and rainbows.
Apparently.
To affect the hype train has to be a minimum of 100 bits, just so you guys know. I don't make up the rules. That's just the way it works.
You don't get emotes or anything.
You don't
once
get emotes. You don't get
type
funny
100.
things happening. You just get
This is why.
my gratitude for your putting some bits in the jar. Thank you.
Why?
you know, bits
$1.70.
do count towards the total, but
Tweety.
So
unless it's
How
at
you
least
doing?
100, you don't get
in
you.
total, I spend $1.72 a week on fucking $1.42 whatever it is a week on fucking 100 bits, and then my $5.40 for
$5.
fucking that. So I'm paying you $10 a month. Damn it!
Yay! Thanks,
In total.
Skinslip.
All I got these stupid fucking emotes,
And we use what?
What?
and he never fucking hangs out with me.
What?
No!
Thank you.
What?
Duncan, what have you done?
Yes, I said thank you.
For what?
She was saying she buys bits and
Oh, okay.
spends them on me.
Hi, Rosie.
So I was saying thank you. Yeah. Stupid PayPal. Uh-oh, is PayPal giving you some... My lady. Hold on, you gotta...
Hello.
The helmet is shifting between me and Rosie. Hi,
Oh.
there we
How
go.
are you doing?
How's it going?
Hey,
No, there's
how you
two.
Little
doing?
film noir medieval style. Yeah.
Hey.
How'd you get that going?
Come
Oh
back.
my god.
Of all the castles in all the world, she had to walk
Oh my
into
God, I
mine.
did too.
Okay.
That's so cool.
And yes, I have had 2 cups of tea.
Okay, I wonder-
today, Duncan.
Oh,
Like
yes.
it's a filter. If I remember correctly, isn't it a filter you put on the
She drinks a
or
lot.
overlay
The what?
that you put on the elements,
On what?
right?
Wait.
To bring that to do the head thing, isn't that like a filter
It's
or
a face mask.
an overlay, a face mask?
Yeah.
I think you can apply that to this, us. I think we could all. I think you can make all of us have.
Hey, Turner.
I don't think it can because it's going through the capture card and it doesn't sort of register it all the same. Hey, I'm an abominable snowman. Woo, scary. Oh, you're out here in the Arctic tundra and then you see me and
Terrifying.
I'm gone. Rosie made him go away.
gone.
It's yeah,
Out.
I don't know.
The pelt's real.
So, what are your guys' favorite golf games?
Yeah. Mwah.
Toadstool.
Bumbles
Tour.
bounce. That's right.
Yeah.
Whatever it was on the
Yeah,
N60
it's
on the
fine,
GameCube, that was the shit.
There's
Yeah,
Hot
that's-
Shots Golf on
Hot Shot is pretty
I
great.
remember.
PS3,
played
I think.
I remember Cyber Tiger.
What is that? Cyber
I played
Tiger.
any of those.
What?
I
I've
played
only played Toadstool's Tour.
I played a little bit of Lynx, the Challenge of Golf on the Amiga, which is one of the
And then I
few
played
which is one
Golf
of the
with Friends.
which is one of the few Amiga games to use the full 4096 color palette for the
So she
environments,
said.
which is pretty cool.
I want to use my whole palette.
I haven't played Golf with Friends.
You
I
have
thought
it
you
though, right?
You
Oh,
guys
okay.
gifted it to me. Somebody,
Did
one of
you?
you
Yeah.
gifted it to me.
Already play with us at least once? I remember.
No.
No, you not.
I've
Eric
never
did.
played it. And the hype train has left the station.
Hey, fuck yeah! Look at this goddamn awesome. I got the ghost, buddy.
Sweet.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's amazing. Hold on.
Very nice.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I already have all the level 1 emotes, so I didn't get anything. But you guys got some stuff. Great work. Emotes being delivered to supporters. Hype Ghost, Hype P. Oh, a whole bunch. You guys got a bunch.
Sorry.
Nice. Good job, guys. You rocked the hype
Wonderful
train this week.
work.
You rocked it. But he's
I
got
want that one
ghosties.
really bad.
That's okay. We got. I don't know if we've ever hit level. I think we might have hit level 2 once. I don't
We've
think
hit level 2 twice.
twice. Okay.
Twice.
Like I say that
The
every
last time-
time, and you correct me every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, correct.
All right.
Um,
Well, that was fun. Thanks, guys.
let's see if it works.
Let's get back to the news here. So, official trailer for the sci-fi film Parallel. A group of friends stumble upon a mirror that serves as a portal to a multiverse, but soon discover that importing knowledge from the other side in order to better their lives brings increasingly dangerous consequences. Ah, yeah, because it's stuff that's not supposed to exist in their universe, I guess.
Yeah.
Something like that. Cool. I like sci-fi stories that deal with multiverse.
This must be the story of the motherfuckers who ruined our universe.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
Blame them.
There's gotta be some reason everything is going wrong. And
Yeah.
I predict some motherfucker out there discovered time travel and they're fucking around.
Yep. They're fucking
That's-
around.
that's the answer right there.
Berenstain, not
Lord.
Berenstain. Anyway, definitely stoked for this one. I loved the first 3 seasons so far. Official trailer for the 4th season of the Netflix original adult animated series Big Mouth, premiering December 4th. I will watch all of them on that day. I love Big Mouth. Very funny show. Official trailer for the HBO Animated Max. HBO Animated Max. Yep. The
HBO, yep. Animated
Good old-
Max.
good
Go,
old
buddy.
H- good
My
old-
favorite show on
Good old
TV.
HBO Animated Max.
Favorite TV on shows.
the HBO Max animated special, Adventure Time, Distant Lands. So we're getting a new Adventure Time special. That's pretty cool. There also a trailer for Distant Lands Obsidian. Okay, that's it. Sorry, Adventure Time, Distant Lands Obsidian. Sorry, it was formatted strangely on my screen. I didn't realize it was the same news item. Premiering November 19th. Marceline and Princess Bubblegum journey to the imposing, beautiful Glass Kingdom and deep into their tumultuous past to prevent an earth-shaking catastrophe.
Unbelievable. This guy
Cool.
says he's a Star
Uh-huh.
Wars fan, but he doesn't
Jake
even
the
have
dog
the
and
I
the
keep
fans.
telling you, I do have
Those
the
are the
Ewok
best
movies,
ones.
but
How can
nobody
you call
listens
yourself
to
a
me.
real Star Wars fan if you don't
I
have
don't
the
have them.
original?
Oh.
I had a Star
I guess
Wars rant.
you're not a real Star
before the
Wars
show
fan.
started.
Yes.
He did have a rank. before
I
the show
missed it.
started.
I
You
came in
did.
at the end of it, and he was already had proven his
Patrick
thesis
Johnson, the
conclusively.
director of Baby's Day Out and Space
Yeah.
Odyssey.
Mhm.
He was already having his post-rant smoke.
Yeah, that was a good rant. I'll never be able to repeat that again.
Ow.
Okay, I thought you were going to repeat it, but anyway, carrying on with the news.
Well, I was going to repeat it, but then it sounded like you guys didn't want to hear it. So I was like,
We
okay.
were
Moving on.
being facetious.
You roasted him so hard you hurt his feelings, you fucks.
Wow.
So all I'll say is, if you want to see what I said, just Patrick Reed Johnson retweeted me. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
know he's
I
like,
didn't think I was
"Hey!"
roasting you. I was just saying I missed it. I was- oh, well.
I was.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Anyway,
want to hear it
Like-
again. Okay.
You're like, I don't think you guys wanted to hear it. I'm like, nope.
well, maybe
Move on.
I'll find it and read it.
That's amazing. Nope, moving on.
Official trailer for the Netflix comedy special Kevin Hart, Zero Fucks Given, premiering November 17th. Kevin Hart serves up laughs and brick oven pizza from the comfort of his home and dishes on male group chats, sex after 40, and life with COVID-19. This will be Hart's first comedy special since his near-fatal car accident last September.
I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah. Well, good for him. What are you doing?
What the
Guys.
hell?
Analog in a high-pitched contest.
I was like,
Oh, God. Well, you'll never beat analog in a high-pitched contest. Anyway, official trailer for the HBO documentary The Mystery of D.B. Cooper, premiering November 26th. Unraveling the mystery surrounding D.B. Cooper, who boarded a Northwest Orient Airlines plane in November 1971 and hijacked the flight while it was still on the tarmac. Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that.
It's fucking famous as fuck.
Well, yeah.
yeah, you
It's
always hear
all-
about the hijacking of D.B. Cooper.
Yeah.
It's unsolved, or is it?
Ah.
I'm actually really interested in this because there've been a few good documentaries, but no no super thorough ones. Like, you know, if you go and watch one of those Netflix 4 or 5 episode, 6, 8 episode fucking true crime documentaries,
Yeah.
they get into the fucking weeds, and that's the kind of docs I love. And I want.
I was
and
gonna
this
say,
is
those
kind
are
of a
so
short
much fun to
episode,
watch.
Yeah.
That's why I
and
like.
that's what I want.
That's why I
Dig
like
deep.
watching Forensic Files.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
show's
yeah.
great.
All right. Official trailer for the action sci-fi film Breach. On the cusp of fatherhood, a junior mechanic aboard an interstellar ark to New Earth must outwit a malevolent cosmic terror intent on using the spaceship as a weapon. Starring Bruce Willis in one of the lead roles. There you go.
Interesting.
That movie is apparently based on The Thing. Heavily inspired.
Really? All right.
Not like based on the story that the Thing was based on, but
Yeah.
based on John Carpenter's The Thing.
Interesting.
Inspired by
Well,
John
then
Carpenter.
I will definitely check that out.
Now I'm interested.
Yes. Official trailer for the documentary Assassins, an account of the two women convicted of assassinating Kim Jong-un's half-brother, Kim Jong-nam. The film follows the women's trials in an attempt to understand whether they are trained killers or simply pawns. Interesting.
Interesting.
Official trailer for the Hulu... Oh, I didn't know they were doing a new version of this. Official trailer for the Hulu original series, The Hardy Boys, premiering December 4th. Based on the beloved book series, when the Hardy Boys, Frank and Joe and their father Fenton arrive in Bridgeport, they set out to uncover the truth behind the recent tragedy that has changed their lives, and in doing so, uncover something much more sinister. I might check that out. I used to watch the Hardy Boys all the time when I was a kid, the old 70s one. Official trailer for the action sci-fi comedy, The Intergalactic Adventures of Max Cloud. When video game enthusiast Sarah is transported into her favorite game, she finds herself on an intergalactic prison, home to the most dangerous villains in the galaxy. Teaming with space hero Max Cloud, Sarah battles the terrifying planet. Starring martial artist Scott Adkins as Max Cloud. Cool.
Well, yeah, my attention now.
Might be fun.
I like Scott Adkins.
yeah.
He's fun to watch.
Official trailer for the documentary Movie Trailers, A Love Story. Oh, this already has my interest. Since their creation in 1913, movie trailers and the audience have shared a special relationship that have grown and evolved as the trailers themselves have over the years. This documentary looks at the relationship from the euphoric highs all the way to, as most relationships have, frustrating lows. Like any great romance, the trailer and the audience always find their way back to each other. Written and directed by YouTuber and former host of AMC and Collider Movie Talk, John Campea. Cool. So a trailer for a movie about movie trailers. Okay. And that's it for trailer news. In movie and TV news, the cast of the fourth entry of the Thor franchise, Thor Love and Thunder, just got a little bit bigger, as Chris Pratt has joined, portraying Star-Lord for the 5th time. No details are known on how big or small his role in the film will be. Cool.
It'll say.
Actor Mads Mikkelsen is in early talks to replace Johnny Depp and take on the role of Dark Wizard Gellert Grindelwald in the third installment of the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them film series.
Okay.
I haven't seen any of them. But, okay, cool.
Pass.
I don't trust
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Via a post on Instagram, Sylvester Stallone revealed he has joined the cast of James Gunn's The Suicide Squad in a mystery role. Stallone and Gunn have worked before with Sly, previously starring in 2017's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
No, God, please, no.
Your voice just got slightly louder trying to. Volume
Thank
2.
you. Volume 2 as Ravager Stakar Ogord, a.k.a. Starhawk.
So if you
Cool.
die, don't say who killed you.
6 weeks before the latest DC film, Wonder Woman 1984, is scheduled to open in theaters on Christmas, Warner Brothers executives are considering whether to push the highly anticipated superhero sequel to the summer of 2021, or keep the movie on its December 25th theatrical debut and put it on the HBO Max streaming service in early January.
Push it, pal.
Back up.
Yeah. Or just release it on streaming. Like,
They're not going to.
yeah, it's ridiculous. Hey, congrats, JL. JL just earned a 600K bits badge.
Right.
That's amazing, dude. You rock. Thank you so
You
much.
just blew the fuck out over here and scared the
Yeah.
crap out of me. I almost peed my pants, motherfucker. You mentioned that out loud, and you just like the mic blew out here in the
Oh.
fucking
What's
cast.
over white?
I don't
And it
know
scared
why
the
that,
fuck
I
out
don't
of
know
me. I
why
almost
it's doing
peed
that.
myself.
I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I
it's
know.
doing that. I'm so sorry.
It just
It's
it
because
was-
Rosie's
happened.
talking.
It was weird. It was so.
It's because Rosie's talking
Fine.
and trying to pick her up.
Yes, I know.
Oh.
I know.
They
It's
died right near me, but
it's
I didn't
because
know they did
Rosie's
it.
talking.
Fine, shut up.
Yes. Due to the overwhelming praise for his appearances in the new DuckTales series, Darkwing Duck is set to receive his own reboot series on Disney Plus. Yay!
Darkwing Duck.
No writer is currently attached to the project, but sources say it will be executive produced by Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, James Weaver, and Alex McAtee of Point Grey Pictures. And can we please get Volume 3 of the original series on DVD, please? You finished a lot of the... Oh, no, you finished a lot of the other Disney Afternoon stuff through Disney Movie Club stuff. Can we please just get the last volume of Darkwing Duck? Especially now that they're doing a reboot, there will be interest. Best time to do it. Potential sales, money on the
Or
floor.
you just, I'll settle for you just re-releasing it on Blu-ray, the complete set
They won't
series.
do that.
That's fine.
They don't do SD on Blu-ray. This is Disney we're talking about. They barely do Blu-ray as it is.
And I'm like,
Oh yeah, Chip and Dale, please.
Chip and Dale? Yes, I think Chip and Dale is another one that's in limbo. Needs one more volume. Gummy Bears needs like 2 more volumes. But they can finish... And Chip and Dale is getting a reboot as well, actually. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If, you know, you finish DuckTales, you finish Tailspin, can you please finish Chip and Dale and Darkwing Duck?
Well-
Please?
You don't,
Thank you.
think that the original masters, the film prints those anymore?
Oh, I have no idea. Probably. It's just a matter of do
Here's-
they want to actually put in the effort.
Here's
You
the
know.
thing. Here's the thing.
Disney's always been very, like, reluctant to do anything significant with their afternoon cartoons. Like,
So here's
you
the
know.
thing. No.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. You know, it's been like pulling teeth just to get them to finish the damn DVD releases, let alone do anything on high def. Now you take Warner Brothers on the other hand, they're remastering all the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons and putting them straight out on Blu-ray, full high def, baby.
it's analog.
So-
Warner Brother does what Nintendo does note. What?
Yes. Warner does what Diz don't. I don't know.
Just don't.
Diz don't.
Got him.
Uh,
But no, I don't think they're going to do anything like that. I know
no.
that we all want that, but
Yeah.
here's the thing. They have
Mhm.
Disney Plus.
Yes.
So invariably, 99.99% chance if they do anything with those
Mhm.
franchises, it's just going to be putting it on Disney Plus. They're already on Disney Plus, I believe.
Well,
so.
well, hold on, Buster. NBC. It was actually Hanna-Barbera did Snorks, but for NBC. Snorks has DVD releases. All 3 seasons are out on DVD through Warner Archive.
What?
Yeah.
Snore.
Yeah, Warner Brothers owns Snorks. It's all out on DVD. I have a couple of the seasons. I need to finish that set, actually. Let me see here. Lionsgate has acquired the spec script for the meta-horror film Video Nasty, with Seth Rogen acting as producer. The film centers on 3 teens who rent a cursed VHS and are pulled into an 80s slasher movie that threatens to trap them forever. Well, that sounds fun. I'd watch that.
Stay tuned meets The Ring.
Sure.
Okay.
Stay tuned. I really need to get that. I remember that's
Me too.
one I enjoyed. Stay tuned.
That's a flavor of mine.
Yeah. Filmmaker Jeff Nichols has been tapped to write and direct a 3rd film in the A Quiet Place franchise, based on an original idea from John Krasinski, who directed the first 2 entries and will produce this one. The new installment will be released in 2022. Details of the plot are being kept under wraps. Nichols' previous works include 2012's Mud and 2016's Midnight Special. Cool.
Mud is so good, by the way.
Oh.
So I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Where's the second A Quiet Place?
It's
Is that
coming.
coming out?
It's coming, I think.
It's coming.
Or is it out now? I don't even know. I knew there was one coming. I don't know if it's out now.
Yeah, I do too. I'm pretty sure it never came out because COVID.
H.G. Wells' novel The Island of Dr. Moreau will be receiving a series adaptation with a modern take.
Oh, boy.
The program, titled Moreau, focuses on world-renowned scientist Dr. Jessica Moreau, whose pioneering work in genetic engineering catches the eye of a billionaire backer willing to stop at nothing to reach the next step of human evolution. The show will be written by Jack Stentz, who's previously written on the likes of 2011's X-Men First Class, Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, and most recently Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. Well, very good. He's done a lot of genre stuff. That's good.
I liked it better when it was about a man's hubris instead of
A woman's
gender
hubris.
swap. Yeah, it's weird.
Interesting enough, I've seen some Frankenstein adaptations that gender swap Dr. Frankenstein as well. Puts
That's interesting.
a different
too.
kind of
I don't
spin
know.
on it. Yeah.
You gotta be careful with some of those. You know,
I
kind of ruin the metaphor sometimes.
or sometimes it you know,
It can change.
it makes
too.
a
I mean,
new
they're modernized.
a
It's like
different
just change the
metaphor, you know.
obviously.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
I think
but
it's changed the metaphor, obviously. But
it's
I mean,
like I don't mind it as long as it's interesting. If they do something interesting with it, you know, that's really
exactly.
my only,
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I haven't seen a goddamn thing about this. So
Yeah.
I'm interested because
I'll
I like
check
Dr. Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah.
And it has
no,
yet to be really done successful other than Island of Lost Souls back in, what, 1943
like a
or
million
something,
years
right?
ago,
46.
yeah.
Which I need to get that Criterion. but-
Yeah. Speaking of series adaptations, the 1986 horror cult classic Sorority House Massacre will also be receiving the TV treatment. Norman Reedus' production banner Big Bald Head and Shout Studios will team up to produce the show. The series will fall pretty much in line with the original film, a story about sorority sisters who are stalked by a psychopathic killer who shares a telepathic link with one of the girls. Interesting.
Oh, and yes, there's that documentary Lost Soul, The Doomed Journey of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Moreau, which is a fucking fascinating movie about the making of film. It is so good. It's on streaming like all over the place. Check it out.
That's the reason why when you said there was going to be a new adaptation, they're trying something new with it. I'm like, oh boy.
I know, I saw you do that. That's
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, here we go again.
Uh-huh.
Because it's been done badly
There have
for a
been
while now.
there have been a lot of different adaptations over the years.
And most of them not been great, let's be honest.
Well, they tend
But
to be
I'm
played
excited.
kind of as, you know, schlocky monster movie type stuff.
Exactly. It's always low budget.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a concept that's a high budget concept.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Spyglass Media Group has set a remake of the 1986 cult classic film Short Circuit, bringing on the writing team of Eduardo Cisneros and Jason Shumari to put a Hispanic twist on the screenplay for the family film. Cisneros previously wrote the 2013 film Instructions Not Included. All right.
Dear God, please don't make him super sleek and overcomplicated.
Yeah,
So what you're saying is Johnny
CG.
Five is alive?
because, I mean, one of the great things about the original Johnny Five was that he was an actual robot. Like, he was an animatronic robot. Just
Yeah.
that wonderful physicality. But,
Dude, you know what?
I'm
I'm
almost terrified now. 'cause
John
what if-
Leguizamo as the robot, though? As 95? Yeah, cool. I'm
Oh,
just
God.
saying.
yeah.
But
I like
it almost
that.
makes me feel bad because what robots look like today, modern robots,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
don't look as cool as Johnny Five did in the
That's
80s.
true.
I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
I just saw
Yeah.
weird.
Also, please do not humanize those inhuman human monsters that will in the future be killing us.
I hear
Yes.
Those weird, cutesy, murderous dog robots. Learn to kick them over. Learn to kick them over.
A reboot of the. Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Is the Black Mirror one, right?
Yeah, heavy metal.
Heavy metal. Yeah.
That's
Or
the
metal.
the thing is-
Metalhead. It was Metalhead.
Yes, metalhead. The thing is
Yeah.
if you look at Boston Dynamics,
Yeah.
you look at some of these other
Yeah.
robotics, you're like,
They're
oh my fucking god,
very similar.
we're going there.
Well, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that's partly what the inspiration was. But
Oh, I'm sure.
And also that's Black Mirror. It's like the classic. It like takes the sort of cautionary nature of science fiction and cranks it up to 11.
Well, it's one thing. It's drone warfare and automated warfare is kind of like a terrifying thing to me.
Yeah, and it should
You
be.
separate. You separate. Like you can do things through that like it's a video game. And it's
Yeah.
not the same. I don't know. Anyway, sorry.
A reboot of the 2012 spin-off film The Scorpion King is in the works, with the plot taking place in modern day and involving a contemporary adaptation of Matthias of Akkad / The Scorpion King. Jonathan Herman, whose prior work includes the 2015 hit Straight Outta Compton, will serve as screenwriter. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who previously played the title role, is on board as producer with his production house, $7 Productions, working with Universal Pictures.
I'm interested. I like the first Scorpion King. The sequel's not so much.
I
but-
still haven't seen it. I have the set of the Mummy trilogy that includes the first Scorpion King.
Real talk, sword and sorcery genre gets a real short shaft in cinema land.
Oh.
It's usually relegated to cheap productions, and it's just really unfortunate. And the sequels to the Scorpion King are no different.
Yeah, they got like progressively lower budget and direct-to-video. And, yeah.
Yep.
Oscar winner Colin Firth has signed on to star in New York Will Eat You Alive, the action comedy based on the digital comic Zombie Brother. Todd Strauss-Schulson, director of the horror comedy The Final Girls, is helming the film, which is about a group of New Yorkers trying to survive a monster apocalypse. Cool. A planned spy series starring Arnold Schwarzenegger has been set up at Netflix for development. Wow. A series with Arnie? Awesome.
Sold already.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. The series is described as a global spy adventure with a father and daughter at the center of the story. Should it go to series, it would mark the first regular television role of Schwarzenegger's 50-year career. Yeah.
Please God, True Lies the series.
True Lies the series, yeah.
That's a movie I'd be down for a good series made out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, that world was cool.
Yeah, it was. It was very fun. Voice actress Jen Taylor, who has lent her voice to the character Cortana in every major Halo game to date, will reprise the role for the television series adaptation set for release on Showtime. All right, cool. Haven't played any of them, but hope to one day. They got that nice remastered set on Steam now. In an interview with Dread Central, filmmaker Christopher Landon was asked about his upcoming projects, and he responded, "I'm writing the new Paranormal Activity movie. We're rebooting that franchise." Oh.
Why are you rebooting? Release Tokyo Nights,
Just
motherfuckers!
Continue it, yeah. Well, they can still do that. That's not a new movie, though. I'm super excited about the director, but I can't say who it is because they won't let me. He's a get. He's awesome. I think people are going to be really surprised by where we're taking this thing. Cool. I definitely look forward to that.
Please be a big known director from the horror genre, and I will be okay.
Landon previously directed 2014's Paranormal Activity: The Marked Ones, which I thought was a pretty good one, actually. I like that one.
Like, if you tell me that Sam Raimi is going to come direct the next Paranormal Activity, I'm on board. You know, as an example. Like, you give me like some credentials, and I'm told.
Right.
You know?
The Marvel Disney Plus series WandaVision has been pushed to 2021, but it does have an official release date, January 15th.
No, it's not very.
Not that far.
In renewal
back a little
news,
bit.
Space Force has been greenlit for a second season by Netflix, and The Umbrella Academy has been renewed for a third season. I've heard that's really good. I have not seen it.
I heard really good things.
Yeah.
I've not seen
Space
anything.
Force is fantastic.
Is it? I'll have to check that out.
That's 2 series that are apparently very good.
Well,
that I need to
Stephen
watch.
Carell. There's Steve Carell. I love Steve Carell.
I started Steven Universe this week.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
hey.
yeah.
I love Stephen
I re-
Carell.
Me
Stephen
too.
Carell is
And I hear that Steve Universe is really good.
Steve Universe.
I need to see that. I've heard nothing but good things about Steven Universe.
We'll talk about it more when we talk about watch stuff.
I figured. In new release news, Freaky, a horror inspired by Freaky Friday. Ooh, okay. Directed by Christopher Landon, who also directed the Happy Death Day films, doubly sold, was released in select theaters and drive-ins this week. Nice.
I need to see those still, but I mean, like,
Happy Death Day is fun. I really enjoyed them. And yeah, I'm totally down for that. I really hope he gets to do a third one, because he said he does have an idea for a third one to make it into a trilogy. He has some interesting ideas. It's just a matter of if they can get greenlit. I hope so, because the first two were
can't
great.
fucking stream it on any service. Well, okay.
Yeah. Okay, in memoriam, we lost some big ones this week. We lost Ken Spears, American television writer, producer, and sound editor with an over 6-decade-long career between 1959 and 2020. With Joe Ruby, he co-founded television animation production company Ruby Spears Productions. Earlier in their partnership, the two men co-created the iconic Scooby-Doo franchise for Hanna-Barbera. For Hanna-Barbera, they also created Dynomutt, Dog Wonder, and Jabberjaw, among other programs. Wanting to create competition for Hanna-Barbera, ABC set Ruby and Spears up with their own studio in 1977 as a subsidiary of Filmways. Ruby Spears Productions produced a number of animated series for Saturday morning, among them Fang Face, The Plastic Man Comedy Adventure Hour, Thundar the Barbarian, Saturday Supercade, Mr. T, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and Superman, among others. Joe Ruby and Ken Spears worked with each other right up until Ruby's passing earlier this year in August. Ken made it to the ripe old age of 82. Yeah, they both passed away this year.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And we just did
crazy, right?
we just did a big watch party of the first chunk of episodes of Thundar the Barbarian. It was great. So much fun.
Did we?
We did. We watched the
Was
first.
I even there for that?
Yeah, you were. Yeah, we did the first seven.
Wow.
We did the first 7 episodes.
Oh wait, no, it's coming back. Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
I'm really, really high. I think I'm
It's
gonna.
okay. You warned us going in.
I took an edible at 7, so
Yeah.
like I am
okay.
vibrating.
After the obituaries, I'm just gonna go grab some food. It's kind of my conclusion. I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten since like 6 hours ago.
Oh yeah.
Bobby,
Fine, be
we
that
lost.
way.
We lost Bobby Ball, English comic, actor, and singer with a 47-year career between 1972 and 2019. He is best known as one half of the comic double act Cannon and Ball with Tommy Cannon. They hosted their own ITV show, The Cannon and Ball Show, for 9 years between 1979 and 1988. Ball then went on to star in various sitcoms and dramas, including Last of the Summer Wine, Heartbeat, and Not Going Out. We also lost Norm Crosby, American comedian and actor with a 63-year career between the 1950s and 2013. Crosby went solo as a stand-up comedian, adopting a friendly, blue-collar, guy-next-door persona in the 1950s. Crosby refined his stand-up monologues by interpolating malapropisms, the mistaken use of an incorrect word in place of a word with a similar sound, resulting in a nonsensical, sometimes humorous utterance. Okay. From 1978 through 1981, he hosted a nationally syndicated series, The Comedy Shop, in which a mix of up-and-coming stand-up comics and vaudeville legends presented their material. Norm made it to the ripe old age of 93. We also lost Howie Meeker, Canadian professional hockey player, the National Hockey League youth coach and educator in ice hockey, and a progressive conservative member of Parliament. He became best known to Canadians as an excitable and enthusiastic television color commentator for Hockey Night in Canada, breaking down strategy in between periods of games with early use of the telestrator. In the NHL, he played 9 years with the Toronto Maple Leafs between 1946 to 1955. Meeker won the Calder Memorial Trophy as the best rookie, is one of the few professional players to score 5 goals in a game, and won 4 Stanley Cups, all with the Toronto Maple Leafs. He was given the Order of Canada and is in the Ontario Sports Hall of Fame and the Hockey Hall of Fame as a broadcaster. Howie made it to the ripe age of 97. And we lost Paul Hornung, professional American football player and a Hall of Fame running back for the Green Bay Packers of the National Football League from 1957 to 1966. Nicknamed the Golden Boy, he played on teams that won 4 NFL titles and the first Super Bowl. He is the first Heisman Trophy winner to do all of the following: play pro football, be selected as the first overall selection in the NFL draft, win the NFL Most Valuable Player award, and be inducted into both the professional and college football halls of fame. Paul made it to the ripe old
Damn.
age of 84.
That's some accomplishments. That's a lot.
Yeah. And I think everyone heard about this one and felt pretty bad about it. We
Yeah.
lost Alex Trebek this week.
What?
Rosie, can you please be quiet? We're doing the
What?
obituaries right now. We lost Alex Trebek this week, Canadian-American television personality and game show host with a 59-year career between 1961 and 2020. He was the host of the syndicated game show Jeopardy for 37 seasons and over 8,200 episodes from its revival in 1984 until 2020. Trebek received
Like 52 episodes a week, right?
something like
Sorry.
or a year, yeah, I think so, something like that.
Sorry, a year, a week.
Or yeah, no, it was probably similar to like a daytime soap. Like we probably did like a couple hundred episodes a year, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Trebek received the Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Game Show Host 7 times for his work on Jeopardy! He also hosted a number of other game shows, including The Wizard of Odds, Double Dare, High Rollers, Battle Stars, Classic Concentration, and To Tell the Truth. Trebek also made appearances in numerous other television series in which he usually played himself. Alex made it to the ripe old age of 80. Yeah, he made no secret about his ongoing battle with cancer as well.
Yep.
Fuck cancer.
Fuck cancer.
All right. I'm going to go just grab like a peanut butter sandwich or something. I'll be back in just a couple minutes, guys.
Well, the one good thing I think, well, there's nothing good about what happened with Alex Trebek, but in regards to what they're doing with the with Jeopardy, they're gonna show apparently in accordance with his wishes, they're gonna show the last few episodes that he did. Just continue on showing them like he's still here, basically. And then they're going to start looking for a new host. There was like a short list of hosts, potential hosts that they had put up, and the entire, well, not the entire internet, but a lot of people on the internet saw the list, found the list, and they're like, there's one name of all of them. They're like, that's who we want to see as the next host. This is the perfect replacement for Jeopardy. And that man is LeVar Burton. Absolutely the perfect.
Meanwhile, I'm over here trying not to laugh during an obituary because I said 52 episodes a week, and I can't stop. Imagine how many episodes that would be at the end of the year. I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I was trying not to do it in the middle of the obit, though. I was like this the whole time, just basically holding my fucking face still, trying not to laugh because I'm like, it's
Damn it,
my brain is stuck on my misspeaking. Not that I think this man's impact on this country and the pop culture should not be diminished. So I was trying very hard not to.
Some of the other recommendations were Neil deGrasse Tyson. And one that I found kind of odd but interesting was Rosie Perez. And I found it odd and interesting because she actually played somebody who went on the show Jeopardy in White Men Can't Jump, I believe it was.
That's a weird choice.
It's a very weird choice, isn't it?
It is weird. I don't support it.
Yeah. I totally support it. I'm down for LeVar Burton, though.
I would say out of all those, LeVar Burton makes the most sense. Even Neil deGrasse Tyson kind of weirds me out a little bit.
What about like Arsenio Hall?
I think that would be too stereotypical.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
You know,
For that one.
it'd be like asking Bill Nye to be the host of Jeopardy.
Ooh, Bill Nye would be good too, actually.
Just
You know?
like the mannerisms, though, that
Get Beekman from Beekman's role to be the new Jeopardy host.
Oh God, Beekman.
the mannerisms of LeVar Burton, the way he speaks publicly.
Right.
He's a very good speaker. That's the thing.
Perfect.
He's a very good orator. That's the
Yeah.
word. He's very good at speaking.
Yeah.
And
I would
he's good about
totally-
reading. So.
Totally love to see LeVar Burton as the host.
I mean, it's up to him, obviously.
Well, they haven't
Murray.
really asked anybody yet. But,
Bill Murray would be a weird choice. I wouldn't be against
Murray.
it. I think he would be bored. I would be amazing. It'd be amazing to see he's locked in his contract, so he's trying to get out of it. So he's like acting up in various ways. That would be interesting to see. They'd be like watching a train wreck every week. But
Well,
anyway.
it would also be interesting because in what's the fucking
Will Ferrell's
Groundhog Day. In Groundhog Day, he's watching the Jeopardy. He's seen this episode a million fucking times, so he knows all the answers immediately. He's just saying them immediately. So, yeah, just all these interesting little, like, why are these people on the list? And it just seems like they all have some tenuous connection to Jeopardy somehow.
I think it's a little disrespectful. Like Will Ferrell as Trebek hosting Jeopardy would be a little disrespectful. I think
It would be very disrespectful. Yeah.
Like I don't care if he wants to keep doing parodies. I don't care about that. But I would care that he'd be on there representing him. That'd be weird.
I think if he were to do that, he would be respectful in that case.
If as himself, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah.
Like he's a fine.
But obviously
fine,
don't go
yeah.
on there and as his.
Yeah, some people were suggesting him play the character, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Right? It'd be cool if they did rotating hosts too. Honestly.
Well,
You don't have to
Pat
have one
Sajak
host.
was on the list, actually.
All right.
Sajak was on the list of...
Got it. Thanks, guys.
potential-
I was just saying he doesn't want to get stuck
Hosts.
being a host. But Will Ferrell is one of those guys who does a variety of things, and I'm sure he wants to continue doing a variety of things. So, you know.
I can see someone coming in and hosting for a week or two. Yeah, it'd be really cool. They just did rotating hosts. I don't think they have to choose one person
True.
until someone voices that they want to be there or something. You know.
They could do that.
That's typically what they do when they're looking for the full-time replacement.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
true.
we probably will see that.
What about
Mhm.
Ken
And
Jennings from?
they planned to do that with Price is Right, and then they brought in Drew Carey, and it just stuck.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah,
Well, 'cause
both
he was so
sides- both
good.
sides liked
He's
it.
so good
Yeah.
on it. So, yeah.
I
Yeah.
never would have suspected he
Not
would
in a million
He's
years.
probably having,
Right?
he's having a ball with it, so whatever, right?
I know.
And now
he
it's
has
like
just
now it
become
doesn't
the
even
face.
faze me. And it's like it doesn't even probably
Yeah.
cross my mind that I go, oh yeah,
Yeah.
Price is Right with Drew Carey.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Pillow.
Is it pickups or movies next? I can't remember.
It's video game news.
Video game news.
Video game news. I'm sorry, you're right.
There's
Fuck
not
Eric. What are we doing other than him? No, I'm kidding.
So, let's see here. Raptor says, what does Raptor say? Raptor says something.
He says things.
If you guess something right by coincidence some day, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yeah. It says, what's on the screen this week, Eric? Please tell me it's more dragons and or lairs.
It's Crazy
Yep,
Taxi.
totally.
Well, ask and ye shall receive.
Swear you can trust me.
There you go.
Dragon's Lair. So, Crazy Taxi. There you go. Hey, hi, Skeleton
Yeah.
Boner. Welcome to the show.
Hey, long time no
Whatever.
see.
I'm having peanut butter sandwiches on whole wheat bread. 'Cause I was hungry.
I am getting way too stoned to live.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will live.
There you go.
So, what's new
All
this
right.
week, Garbage Gamer?
That one's already done.
Actually, surprisingly, not much.
Mhm.
It's been kind of a dead week.
Yeah.
Didn't some
Sure,
video
but,
game console get released this week? Like, really obscure one nobody's heard of?
Yeah, this one called the Polystation 5. Something
No.
like
Polystation.
I heard they released those new. They released those Tamagotchis for Digimon, man. That was a new console, right?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. The
But yeah, pop stations.
pop station. That's what it's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, Pop Station, amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, PlayStation 5 released this week.
Mm-hmm.
No one can get one. Yay!
Uh-huh. Even if they pre-ordered it
anything
a
else.
million months ago.
So, I said not going to talk much about it until it's widely available.
Yeah, I saw scalpers
year,
on
folks.
Amazon selling it for like $2,000.
Plus, they said if you're not, if not a single game launch title is interesting, they say there's really no reason to buy one right now.
I farted.
Well, yeah.
Right.
It's not me.
I
Yay,
see some
Spider-Man.
people
Yep.
I see some people who like really, really, really want it for the Demon Souls remastered.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like, there's not really much reason to get
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Not yet, at least.
So anyway,
All
so
right.
the first bit of video game news comes as a note from Microsoft. Microsoft, please, and they're just like they plead to the people, please don't vape into your Series X.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I heard about that, and what the fuck prompted that?
Yeah. So, okay, so there was a thread on a Reddit going around saying that the new ray tracing effects and all these new high-end effects are overheating Xbox Series X's, and they're causing them to smoke and overheat and stuff like that.
Bullshit.
When in reality, it was just a video of an idiot kid that was vaping into a Series X because they knew it sucked in air from underneath and vented it straight out the top.
Oh, okay, so it looked like it was smoldering.
So as a response, an official response from Microsoft, they're like, please don't blow vape smoke into your Series X.
The official response is, I can't believe we have to say this, but
Yes.
please don't blow.
Yeah,
I was
the
just
official
gonna say,
response.
yeah.
into your Series X. It wasn't a response as like these are false claims that they're not overheating. They're just like, don't blow vape smoke.
Mhm.
They just saw right through it.
Mhm.
So it's just,
I think everybody, well, most people with fucking two brain cells do. No offense, but
no,
you know,
you're totally right though. That's the thing.
it's like
It-
when I saw
there was
that,
like
I
two people
stared at it for a few seconds and I was like,
vape smoke.
why would you go and get your fucking warranty voided like that?
My
Like,
dad
what are you fucking doing?
Trying
Mhm.
to make
Anybody who
a
has
point.
even a modicum of knowledge knows that there's not that much smoke when things go awry. It's a little poof.
Right?
It's some
Yeah.
blue. The blue smoke smells the thing you
I was,
notice.
I was
really.
just I was just gonna say, everyone who's ever worked with tech in any fashion knows about the blue smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, please.
Back
don't
in
blue smoke into your
1998, did you
Series X.
accidentally turn your computer on? The power supply flipped to the wrong voltage. Blue smoke. New computer time.
Yeah.
Like when you're refurbishing old computers, that's why they call it the smoke test.
Mhm.
Flip it on and see if the magic blue smoke appears somewhere.
Poof!
Uh,
It doesn't work.
so the next little bit here is the Neo, the game Neo.
Okay.
The Neo
Oh,
collection,
yeah.
NIOH. Neo,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Duh.
Neo,
Mhm.
the
I had the
Asian
first
Dark
one.
Souls.
Yeah.
That's what people have called it.
Great game, but holy shit, did it ever kick my ass?
Yeah, well, a collection is coming out in 2021 in February of 2021 for the PlayStation 5, upgrading both games and all DLC to 4K and up to 120 frames per second.
Wow.
Neo 2 owners on the PS4 will get the PS5 version of Neo 2 for free.
Nice. That's cool.
So, and actually already the last little bit here, November 17th, so in 2 days, Serious Sam collection is coming to Nintendo Switch.
Cool.
Cool.
And it's going to include Serious Sam HD, the first encounter, Serious Sam HD, the second encounter, and Serious Sam 3 BFE.
Excellent.
Very
So-
nice.
So I'm obviously going to be picking that up. I'm a huge Serious Sam fan. Have been.
I
Seriously.
wish I had. I wish I had a Switch.
I remember when
I don't have. I can't
Nintendo
get them still.
used to be so proprietary and they wouldn't allow anything even remotely adult on there. Right, and there would be a few examples where
Like
they had
no
a
more
few
heroes. That would
adult
be how that
mature games.
Well, for me,
Yeah.
the one that I point out is Mad World on the
Mad
Wii,
World, yeah.
which is literally black, white, and red.
Yeah, for the most part, it was really cool to find any games that were mature for a Nintendo console. Now, when you look at the Nintendo store on the Switch, like you see things like I shit you not, Panty Party, like legit full
Oh
on.
yeah, Nintendo.
What
Games.
the hell, Nintendo?
Nintendo, like the Amazon, the Android App Store, is kind of running rampant. They've kind of are losing control of their quality control,
Yes.
and so there's a lot of very questionable games that are hidden so far deep in the store that Nintendo either hasn't noticed or they're sold so cheaply they just don't give a shit.
I think
Like,
that's
if you're dumb enough to buy this game for 15 cents,
it.
some of them are that
They're
cheap,
on
like
sale
7
some
cents,
days.
9
Yeah.
cents, 10 cents.
1
And they're
cent. There
just
are some that are 1 cent.
shovelware, like
Yeah.
like someone took all the default assets in Unity and just shoved it into
I'm gonna take that as a
a
no.
scene and made it bootable on the Switch, and that was about all it is.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think at this point they're just saying if you're dumb enough to buy it, you're dumb enough to have it.
You
know,
be dumb.
Um,
Bye.
but yeah, let's see whether.
Dale, bye, Dale.
What
But
a
yeah,
bunch
serious-
we are. Burp, 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 burp.
I regret
Anyway.
nothing.
I'm just saying in general, just what other. There wasn't a lot of video game news that happened this week, so minus.
That's okay.
Like I said, that I guess that just shows how unimpactful the PS5 launch was. It's just like no one.
Night stink.
Yeah, it launched and all the people got their pre-orders, but no one can buy one, so
No
no one's really
dimple.
talking about it.
Yeah, it's
No. No.
And plus,
I mean, usually when a game console comes out, it does sell out quite quickly. And
Yeah.
people can't get it for a little
Come and
while,
give me
and
a
then
hug.
people start buying it for higher price.
Oh, okay.
All that shit
Hey,
happens
sweetie.
every
Brush
single
teeth.
time a console comes out.
Okay.
However, this
Anytime.
time it's especially bad because of the pandemic, because they
Yeah.
really weren't able to make as many consoles as they usually do. So there really are not that many consoles out there right now.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I
because
saw
there
one
aren't
streamer for sure on my
consoles out
list
there,
that had one.
this is probably the first time in a very long time that I've actually heard that, that if there wasn't a launch title you were really looking forward to, there's no reason to get a system right now. Like
It's already
there's
cool in the block, yes.
like every system all the way back to like the PS2, the launches were just like, you got to get one right now. Oh my God, it's amazing. Blah blah blah. Blah. This one's just like, yeah, there's a couple games. I'd wait. And it's actually the same for both systems. They're not saying the hardware is bad, the launch titles are bad. They're just saying if any of them sound good, then yeah, try to find a Series X or a PS5.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's nothing that's super tickling your fancy right now, they said it's good to wait. There's some games that are coming out very, very soon. They're saying backwards compatibility with the PS4 is no reason to get one right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
They said that's
Well,
not.
it does
they
some
don't
up-resing
see
too,
it-
doesn't it? Like, or up-rendering with the PS4 games.
It does. And it does like I think of what I mentioned last week or the week before, as an example of games like God of War that has a fidelity and a performance mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would bring the performance mode into fidelity mode.
Yeah.
So you would get, instead of being locked at 30 but the game looks absolutely incredible,
Yeah.
or having the game not look as incredible but it's a locked 60 frames per second, we're now getting that locked 60 FPS frames per second with absolutely gorgeous graphics in the fidelity mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean if that's something that you really, really, really care about, then yeah, try to find a PS5.
I'm good.
But
I
honestly,
still don't have
for
a
me,
Switch. That's what I really want.
I will openly admit, my PS4 Pro has literally been turned off for, I don't know, 3 months now. There's not a damn thing that I've played on it.
even longer for me.
My GameCube has been turned on more.
Mine was
In the
on
last-
yesterday. Actually, no. It was on about 5 minutes ago when Rosie was playing.
Like I said, but I'm at that point to where 90% of these games that are coming out for PC also.
Yeah.
But you have a really nice computer. If you're somebody like me,
Yeah.
and I need a new computer desperately,
See.
yeah,
I think that I would have to admit, that's my other kind of hitch, is like my PC is
That was
run circles around my PS4 Pro.
See, that was
You know?
one of the reasons, and this has been the way for several generations of consoles now, why I went with PlayStation rather than Xbox, is because most of the Xbox exclusives also come out on PC. So there was just no
Right.
incentive for me to invest in that console, because for me, as you say, it's all about the games. It's about which platform am I going to get more actual exclusive content on that I want to play. And it was the PlayStation, hands down. It just had way more exclusives, because those don't come out on any other platform. Same with Nintendo. Nintendo's the same way. Like, their exclusives stay exclusive, you know. So there just wasn't much incentive for me to get an Xbox, really.
Else on the late,
I've been playing on the Switch more than
because there's Switch games are when they say they're exclusive to the Switch, they're exclusive to the Switch. Like there really isn't a comparative platform around that.
Unlike Microsoft or PS3 games, there's not a good chance it's coming to PC.
Exactly.
It's probably not happening.
You're not. And even the
titles,
cross-platform titles that do end up on the Switch, you buy them for the portability of them.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
no one, I don't really know anyone who's buying, Wolfenstein Youngblood on the Switch and playing it on big screen mode. Because that game looks like absolute garbage on the big screen mode. It literally is lower than 720p. Why the hell would you do that to yourself?
Yeah.
When these games are cheaper and better looking on the PS4. So it's just like, no, they buy these games for the handheld mode. These games actually look really good on that little 8-inch screen or 7-inch screen or whatever it is, because they did a really good job with it.
Mm-hmm.
It has a uniqueness to it that no other console has, and that's why my Switch gets turned on way more than the Pro, because my Pro is literally just a toned down PC.
Yeah.
Your mom's a toned down PC.
It's also just easier for some reason to turn on the Switch. Like,
Nowhere.
I don't know why. It takes far less time to turn on the Switch. And
as an example,
wow, that is some fucking Wally level laziness. You're just ready for the hover chair.
like this is how fast the Switch starts. It's on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Excellent. I'm on the menu.
I want a Switch.
Very good.
That's it. So,
Someone buy me a Switch.
But what I was going to say is, because Sean was talking about you had no incentive to get the Xbox One, right? Well, my incentive to get the Xbox One was, it was only $200 at the time. It has a 4K Blu-ray player in it. That's a good thing right there.
That's a steal right there.
Yeah.
Because it's like one of the more failing consoles of the last generation, it didn't do too well.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the games on it are dirt fucking cheap. So,
that's a good incentive. Cheap.
I have an original Xbox One, like a launch, not a launch edition, but like an early launch system.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have much fun playing with it.
You are so white.
Huh?
All right, so chat, you can't see because there's a picture in the way, but Sean's picture for the camera here in the cast, I have
no way of adjusting that. That's just because.
I know.
It's because
I'm gonna say the angle where
camera.
he's at with the light is reflecting off this pale as fuck skin directly into the camera.
You have to understand.
Sunglasses.
It's difficult.
This camera here, the main one, this is normal. This is overblown. High exposure, not true to life.
Just to put it into perspective, folks, we're literally being hosted by Powder.
Yeah. You guys want to see what they're going on about? Hold on a second. Where is it? Here. There. See? You can see how overblown the other camera is, this one here. It's because I don't know how to bring up the controls on this computer because I can't adjust anything. It's Logitech made it stupid and janky and concealed. So.
Oh my God. It's like looking at.
I don't know.
the sun.
That was just funny because I just was like, God damn, you're white.
Yeah, I don't
Like, you keep
I don't
saying-
play any
you keep
games like that,
definitely-
Legally Blind Gamer. Like
You
the
definitely keep staring those death laser eyes
Stream-
at me. It's
streaming
okay.
the
I
games.
earned those.
When I saw Sean looking like that, I thought to myself, I didn't open up Google. What the fuck just happened?
What?
Well, no, oh yeah, because like if you open up a
Oh,
blank,
Oh, because
say-
of
some of
the yeah.
the lower budget streamers on Twitch are now using Google's homepage as an artificial light source.
Yeah.
see
But
this?
anyway, what I
Yeah.
was trying to say is I don't play like streamed games. I just play games that are either on disc or are installed locally. And
Yeah.
the only
That was what I was-
the only internet part of it being if it's a multiplayer game. That's it. All the actual
Right.
game data is local.
That's a lot of the newer big titles that are coming to the Switch, like it was Legally Blind Gamer mentioned. So
Yeah.
games like Control and Hitman 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No interest in that. I want to know it's on my hard
Neither
drive.
do I. Neither do I.
I mean, you have enough trouble maintaining a connection with the server sometimes just with the multiplayer data. I don't want to
Any
have
game given ever.
I don't want to have also to worry about the content
the
of the
game
game
itself.
itself being,
I have to.
you know,
Sometimes the
privy to
fucking
that
internet just
janky
drops.
connection.
Just drops for no
Yeah,
reason. So,
exactly. So it just drops for no reason. There goes the
Like, for like a minute and a
entire.
half.
There goes the
Yeah.
entire game, not just your
Or the
connection
entire-
to
yeah.
your.
This
your
is what
friends,
annoys
you
me
know?
to
And your
go
save
in.
point,
Like,
you have to
oh,
go back to your save point.
Yeah.
and,
I
so,
can't play my game where the box is sitting on my shelf because the internet is out.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know. That's bullshit.
You know?
Oh,
It's-
well, yeah. You're talking about ones that require an internet connection even when you
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
That come on disc.
So that's
you
what I'm
know?
saying. Is games like Control and stuff like that have physical releases on the Switch,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to put in the little cartridge,
Yeah.
and yet still 90% of the game is still streamed over the network.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
it seems
I
Like,
don't-
that's what I'm saying is you put the physical cartridge in to only have it not work because the internet's out.
Mhm.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it seems like a really stupid
Bizarre.
system. I hope that fails and they just go back to, you know, some kind of physical media, either or downloads, you know, or just to, you know, download the game data to your computer or console.
Or hey, Nintendo, do what you do best. Innovate with new and interesting ways to play games, not
Yeah.
trying to focus on, you know, trying to bring as many games to your platform as possible,
Mhm.
no matter how stupid
Yeah.
it may sound sometimes.
Yeah. I need more food. I'm gonna get more food. So fucking hungry.
I was gonna say, at least in Japan, I heard that Sony made it so that they were only selling the digital version of the PS5, and nobody in Japan is getting the physical, the CD,
hmm
Blu-ray drive version of the PS5. And I'm just
But
thinking,
in the Japanese culture and market, though, that makes sense.
it does, but at the same time, it's like they're still selling the fucking physical discs. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was a game developer who made these games and were putting out these discs that now can't be used for however many months, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Now, also keep in mind, when it comes to Sony and the PlayStation, that is Japan is one of the least performing countries
Yeah, they
on that
aim at
platform.
the North American market for sure.
Yeah, Sony is primarily aimed at North America, South America, Australia, you know, the UK, in all those areas. That's their bread and butter. You know, Japan, okay, they get some RPGs out of them. That's
Yeah.
really about it. You know, so like that. They get games and
That's it.
content for the platform. They don't actually get much out of selling the platform itself there. You know, that's always hard. I mean, PS3 and 4 are in Japan and in China as well. They were when it came to like the global numbers, they were always at the absolute very bottom. You know, because they were more into, ironically, they were more into the Xbox and obviously Nintendo with the Switch and the Wii U and the Wii.
Major
So,
Toka said, yeah, Sony did move PlayStation headquarters from Japan to California.
exactly, you know. You know,
Not just best.
move its headquarters to where it makes the most money, which is North America.
What I find interesting about Japan
That's
is
just
that
a good business move.
they still have this culture of like arcades. Arcades are still very big in Japan. And when I say very big, I don't just mean popular. I mean
Big.
they have fucking mall-sized.
Yeah, they have
arcades.
25,000 square foot warehouses that they're converting
Oh my god! It's
into like tournament-based arcade houses.
yeah, exactly.
You know,
'Cause,
it's
like
just rows
is devoted
rows
to like
on rows of
stuff. Other part of it is like video
these
games.
handicabs. You know, they're just playing games like Street Fighter V
And there's all the
Darkstalkers and Tekken and so they're just
UFO games and
They-
the claw games.
E-claws and the UFO claws, which are not the 3-prong, they're the 2-prong claws. The ones that where you have to like lift it up and slip it between 2 bars.
I've been watching somebody who lives in Japan and he goes out to these places and stuff like that. And I thought it was hilarious. He went into like what's basically it's not a thrift store. It's a antique mall, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like a Japanese antique mall. But to get in the door, just to get in the door to the antique mall, you have to go kind of like in Toys R Us back in the day. You have to go through like 4 or 5 aisles of gotcha games and claw games.
Welcome to Japan, baby.
Yeah,
it's like it really.
I want
is
to go
just
so
like,
bad.
Gotcha.
I want to go so bad. I'm gonna play.
Have this.
I
You
want
haven't
to
even
go.
got
I want to
100
play.
It's like holy shit.
I want to go. I want. That's what I need. I need like a rich lady to sweep me off my feet. And then we go to Japan, and she lets me buy all the gotcha machine toys I want.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
literally
I
in
fucking want things.
Japan, vending machines, gotcha machines, and e-claws are about as predominant as slot machines in Vegas.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely.
You know, and I wish I was exaggerating, but I'm
Alright.
totally not. I'm like 100% not. They're about as abundant as they're
Hot
almost
dogs.
equal. So,
Yeah,
so yeah, I
except
mean,
the
if you have any kind of interest in vending machines, claw machines, arcade machines of any kind, Japan is your number one place you have to go. It is. It
I
went
just want
from,
to look. If I go
it
to
went from
Japan, I want someone to take me to the vending machine that sells the underwear. I'm just gonna buy a pair of underwear. I don't care. It's just cool. Come on.
I was gonna say before that comment, I was gonna say before the '80s or after the '80s and the epicenter of North America being arcade central, you know, it has since, like I said, moved to Japan, and it's now just is as big there as the '80s arcades were in the U.S. and in North America in the '80s were here.
Mm-hmm.
So.
You dancing to the music in your mind, Skinslip?
I'm listening to Halcyon on and on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to go to Akihabara, but there's a couple other places.
I'm glad you can't hear it because it's really fucking loud over here.
I can't think.
Sorry,
of it.
Eric.
No, you're good.
Legally Blind Gamer, you say the strangest things. I really try to fathom how your brain works, but I don't. Why are you morbidly curious about pachinko? There's nothing morbid at all about pachinko.
My curiosity could kill me.
What is so morbid about
Oh,
pachinko?
just wrong. Hey, he's just really interested in it. He's very curious about it. It's okay. It's okay. Just use words wrong. It's all right.
I've actually thought about trying to see if I can find like a small, real pachinko machine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want a gotcha machine, man. That'd be fucking cool.
A what?
Gotcha
They're-
machine.
I gotcha.
Yeah, they're
Gotcha
like
machine.
Gotcha game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like okay,
Japanese thing.
Well, I'm just asking. I might know what it is. I just don't know the name.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're
it's
close.
it's a the toy capsule machines that we have here,
Mm-hmm.
where you put in the quarter, spin the thing, and a little toy cuts out. That's a gotcha machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I should
Same
know what
thing.
they were.
They're also called capsule machines.
Because okay, I'm
They're
still
like
not following
elaborate
you.
and cool.
Hold on, I'm still not following you, Legally Blind Gamer, because it's so heavily associated with Konami. Okay, what does that have to do with anything?
Why is it morbid?
What?
That's the word question is.
Why does that make it morbid?
Yeah. That's why we're
Morbid.
curious to the word choice. Not that you're curious. That's cool.
Yes,
Excellent.
I'm just curious as to why morbid.
Yeah.
So like to use that term properly, it's something like you hear about a car accident and you're morbidly curious about how many people
Yeah.
died.
Yeah,
oh,
you slow
hear
down to
that
see if
the
you see any
morgue
bodies.
gives tours, and you're morbidly curious about visiting.
Yeah, morbid is as morbid does.
Yeah. That's why we're confused why you're using that word specifically for
Morbid
Uh,
is that
Think of-
word. It's
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
that's the word for second, right?
grotesque. It's it's
Yeah. And it's cool if
funny-
you just use the wrong word. That's fine. We didn't know why you like if there's a reason why you chose that word. That's why we're. That's why the
Pachinko-
Inquisition's happening.
Correct. Nobody expects
machine.
the SNI Inquisition.
One day, Justin.
yeah. My ultimate goal though is to answer
Nobody
something
expects Inquisition.
in the chat. My ultimate goal someday is to kind of have like one of everything when it comes to arcade stuff. So I want like a coin, some kind of coin redemption game, like a coin pusher, or
Yeah.
or something like that, or a
Ooh, that'd be cool too.
or like a mini, like a claw machine, or to have something like that. And then I also want like a pachinko machine, and I also want a one-armed bandit.
Oh,
One
yeah.
arm.
But
Those slot machines.
So
or
that-
just
there's
what people
nothing
know as
morbid
slot
about that, though. That's just business. That's just where they've chosen to take their business. Like, what's morbid about it? See, Major Matoka's explanation would have made almost a little more sense. He says Konami are putting together Castlevania games, Silent Hill games, and Metal Gear games as pachinko machines. Like, okay,
Now that's a bit morbid.
that's a little bit more related, but morbid because it's.
I mean, I would
business
be
decision.
morbidly curious as to why they chose Silent Hill as one of their.
I would just be morbidly curious as to why they basically abandoned their entire business to make pachinko machines.
See, that's good. That is very good.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess when you're living in that cash pool,
Mm-hmm.
Such a
it's
man.
just like you go where the money is, and apparently, if you're in Japan, that's
Yeah.
where the money is.
It's all about pachinko machines.
They don't really have gambling the same way they do in like Las Vegas. in Japan.
It is an interesting way on how they get around it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I was
If you've
talk
ever
about
there's like half-hour documentaries you can watch about how
Hmm.
Japan gets around the gambling laws.
Mm-hmm.
it's funny.
They're like,
kind of
'cause it's
what
full
we do in
on,
arcades.
100% flat out illegal across Japan to gamble,
Mm-hmm.
and yet
Yet
Pachinko
pachinko,
are-
yeah,
pachinko parlors are everywhere.
a pachinko machine
know,
is a pachinko.
Places in the fucking in Las Vegas. They
Oh.
look brand wild.
A pachinko machine
Grandiose.
is basically the same idea as a slot machine.
It is.
Because if you win, you get a prize. You don't get like $1,000, but you get a prize. So it's technically,
No, so a lot of these, the pachinko balls themselves is what the prize is. So they would say, oh yeah, they're just the redemption is the pachinko balls.
yeah.
Well, a lot of the local banks around the area accept the pachinko balls as a form of currency.
Wow.
So this
really?
is how they get around gambling laws and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're saying, oh no, they're not winning money; they're winning those little silver balls.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
they're winning a
when
prize.
when they're winning a prize. So when they leave the establishment, the establishment is no longer affiliated with what they're doing. So they just turn around to whatever local bank that establishment is quote unquote working with as a partner or whatever.
So basically, like chips at a casino,
Exactly.
but it's pachinko balls. So then, but instead of being cashed in at the casino or arcade, you take them to the bank to cash them
Take
in.
them to the bank, and then they trade it for cash.
How
Another thing they give prizes
Mhm.
instead of the balls,
Mhm.
and or you trade in the pachinko balls for prizes.
It's
And
literally
they'll have partners that they work with in the area where you can sell the prizes for a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
So
It's imagine if you went to
Wow.
like Dave and Buster's and you won tickets, and then you were able to go
yes,
to
exactly.
the bank across the street and turn those tickets in, and they cost like 2 cents a ticket,
Yeah.
and they would do that as a trade-in value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that is how they would redeem it.
That's crazy. So basically,
Yeah.
it's a loophole.
And what's funny is the government knows about it,
Mm-hmm.
They
And
just look
and
the other way.
but they can't legally do anything because it's not technically under the laws of
Well, and
gambling.
half of them probably play pachinko themselves.
Yeah.
They don't want to mess up a good thing.
It's money.
because they could very easily make the argument, no, yeah, these people come in and they have collections of pachinko balls. Like, these people like pachinko balls,
Mm-hmm.
so they go in and they play to win a bunch of pachinko balls. That's what we offer.
Yeah.
And they probably do have a prize section like the redemption sections at arcades, where you can go and you can get like a mug, or you can get some candy, or you can get whatever and stuff like that for the cost of so many pachinko balls, or you can put them in a bucket and walk the bucket across the street and cash out like $100 or something.
That's crazy.
So that's a choice up to the player, not up to the establishment.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
incentivize somehow.
Oh, see,
choosing
now
to
The
now
exact
you-
same way, actually,
get a prize.
gambling is illegal here, and obviously most of the U.S. and especially here in Ohio. Even though we advertise our casinos and gambling rings,
Mhm.
because what you get when you gamble here is they don't give you money, you get a voucher,
Mhm.
and it's the same exact thing.
Mhm. And cash it
They
in.
have non-affiliate banks actually on premise that you can turn those vouchers in for money
Literally on the premises. Wow.
on the premise.
They're really just like skirting the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, around here we have a. I say around here. It's like this all over the country. Reservations. That's almost always where you find
Oh,
big
yeah.
fucking casinos
Mhm.
because the Native Americans are not beholden to the same laws as the rest of the
That's
Yep.
true. Yeah.
United States. So
That's true.
they can set
We're
up.
really gonna have some fun when the Amish start to open up Amish casinos.
Yeah.
Amish casinos. The most honest casinos ever.
But yeah, it's wild. Like I said, I recommend if you ever have, a half hour to kill, you're looking for something to watch or whatever, Google and then find some YouTube videos about how different countries and different states in the U.S. and Japan themselves get around gambling laws.
Yeah.
'Cause it is some wild stories on some of the really bullshit things that they do.
I know. It's not gambling. They're winning prizes. It's a contest. It's different. It's a game of skill, not chance.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
A lot of people will actually argue that pachinko is a game of skill, not
God.
random chance.
Uh-huh.
And in a way, it is, because there actually is like a way to aim the ball. There is a way to just speed to the little launcher thing,
Mhm.
like that. So that does classify it as a skill game.
Uh-huh.
You're just not buying.
All right. I'll be back. And then we should probably do some pickups or something, huh?
In 007, Chaos Theory would argue against it being a skill game. Yeah, if you're one of those people that like throws in 300 balls
Oh
at
no!
the same time.
I may have overcooked my popcorn. I think I have sadness popcorn, everyone.
Sad corn.
It's sadness popcorn where it tastes like burning sadness.
Tastes like burning.
It tastes like burning, he says,
It really
actually.
is the sadness popcorn. Yes.
And, I'm poor, so I just have to eat the fucking shit, so.
Around here,
Lightly charged.
Sweet Baby Ray.
Sweet Baby Ray's.
Ooh, Sweet Baby Ray's good.
Yes, it is.
I like to marinate tofu in that.
Ooh, that sounds good, actually.
See, thing about
I-
tofu, everyone who shits on tofu is just ignorant because tofu doesn't taste bad. Tofu tastes like whatever you fucking marinated
I was
in.
gonna say,
Get smart.
tofu itself tastes like nothing until you
My-
actually put something with it.
It does have
I
a
like
taste,
cauliflower
okay?
like that.
It has a taste. I hate I hate cauliflower. No, I hate the taste of like plain tofu. My favorite thing to do is get Frank's Red Hot and marinate it overnight, and you just get buffalo chunks. It's delicious. It's so fucking good. And you put it in like pasta, in like a pasta or something like a oily sauce.
Many
something like
years ago, my mom used to actually. She was a I like to put out. She was a vegetarian in big giant quotations. She still ate
that.
bacon.
Her
and
idea.
chicken. Yeah. She just didn't like the taste of steak specifically, or didn't like, I don't know what it was.
She would eat any other meat, right?
But she'll eat chicken, bacon, and that's why I'm like, that's why I'm just like vegetarian in big quotations. Anyway, though, she actually would make a noodle stir fry with chunks of tofu, and it was really good actually.
And put it in pasta sauce if you like marinate it in like an Italian dressing. Oh, and put it in like a sorry, just you can such tofu is like a malleable thing. You can make it taste like anything. Your
Yeah.
favorite anything. If you stick
That's what I liked
fucking
about
tofu
this.
in it, it'll maybe not your favorite like ranch dressing. That might be gross, but I mean
Ooh.
like your favorite like
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, usually something I would go for something savory, something like
Oh, yeah.
hoisin sauce, Worcestershire sauce, anything that maybe adds like a barbecue flavor to it.
Barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue sauce.
Sauce.
Any of the like random flavorings you can get.
Yeah.
Tahini would be really good.
I mean, even if it's just simple as like soy sauce, just getting it.
I'm
with
not
some soy sauce.
affiliated by Tahini, but this would be really great on tofu.
Yeah, I don't deny that. Any kind of chili sauce is good on it.
Powder, but yeah.
But
I
anyway,
use it on my popcorn.
this stir fry, when you made it, it had like little chunks of tofu, probably about that big, and they would get seared, and it literally felt like you were eating chunks of chicken.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it tastes like whatever you put it in.
Halloween.
That's why I don't. Everyone's like, "Oh, I hate tofu. It tastes like." I'm like, "It doesn't taste bad. Like you didn't have it prepped right."
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah, you need
It's okay.
properly
Someone,
prepped.
it just wasn't prepped right for your American palate. Just marinate it like a fucking steak and overnight, and your tofu will taste whatever you marinate it in.
That's true, yeah. Did I see you holding up some Sweet Baby Rays there, Stout?
Yes.
What?
I'm
I
glad
put it-
everyone likes Sweet Baby Rays with me.
Weenies.
Cocktail weenies. Oh, that'd be good.
I call those little smokies, but yeah.
I don't want to associate myself with anyone who doesn't like Sweet Baby Rays, to be honest with you.
I like Sweet Baby Rays. You can rest it. We have that in
Me
Canada.
too.
I've had
We
it
don't want that kind of hate in this.
It's a pretty big brand.
It's good.
Delicious though.
I like it.
We don't need that kind of negativity.
Tasty.
Yeah, we don't need that kind of hate or negativity. So
And greetings, Michelle. Yes, I just noticed you walked in. That's how much I'm paying attention. Better late than never, right? So, pickups? Pickups?
I have
Oh yeah, I've got
2.
4.
I have
I have
3.
14.
Good lord.
40?
14.
Good lord. Okay.
Lordy.
Garbage Gamer. Crazy Taxi Man. What'd you
Crazy
get?
taxi man. Crazy taxi.
Crazy Taxi Man.
It's a anyway. So the first thing, I have a little bit of a, I call this the aftermath, I guess,
Okay.
of my Dragon's Lair replicate cabinet that I
Gee,
got.
thanks, 007. Apparently the rest of our pickups suck. It's all about Garbage Gamer. I see how it is.
But one of the things we got was a coupon because it's coming from New Wave Toys. Obviously, they have a website where we were talking about it last week. When they sell other knick-knacky stuff. Well, we got a coupon code to bring down one specific item from $49.99 down to $10
Oh, wow.
with free shipping.
Nice.
So I'm like, yes, I will
Okay.
get it, and that is this.
Oh.
It's a 1,500 piece Dragon's Lair puzzle.
Ah, okay.
And the puzzle art is the original promotional art.
Oh, nice. I like that poster.
So my plan is to complete said puzzle because it's
Uh-huh.
going to be 27 by 40 inches.
Uh-huh.
Or
That's a movie poster size,
68,
by the way.
68. Yeah, it's a movie poster.
Like
So
lacquer it
68
or
by
something and
101.
make a poster out of it.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. And I'm going to get a frame and frame it, and
Nice.
so because I've always wanted one of the promotional art
Yeah.
movie posters.
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
mean, the
still
art
probably
looked
going to
great.
try to find one, like an actual one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the hunt. They're way, way, way expensive. They're hundreds of dollars. They fall in the line of like the hundreds to thousands of dollars for people that have like original film cells.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
It falls under the same category.
I got some of the lesser of those, but yeah.
I have an animation cell of Brave Star that Skinslip sent me.
I did.
I
Got it
cherish
at a
it.
swap meet from a guy who used to work at a fucking at the animation studio and just got a bunch of them when they were closing.
Nice.
That's how
Yeah,
he's selling. He's
double
selling for
seven.
cheap too, because he just had like pays bills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I bought a
Double
couple
Seven.
of
Have
them
we
and
met?
came out
My
in
name
books
is
that year.
Garbage Gamer. I'm a Dragon's Lair fan.
Yes. I'm also a
He goes,
Dragon's
"Great."
Lair fan, but I don't have the unlimited resources of Garbage Gamer. So
Oh no, I don't have unlimited
I
resources.
have a
It's
few
called debt.
Dragon's Lair items.
It's all debt. Oh my god.
It's called irreversible debt. Sorry.
Yes.
I've been there too.
So the next thing I picked up, I think New Wave Toys sold this. Some other website sold this. Bitmap Books. That's what it was. And I actually missed out on it originally because it was a limited run, and all this kind of stuff. And I was like,
Oh,
"Ooh,
yeah.
I'll go get it." And I looked, and it was out. So I ended
Wow.
up buying this brand new off of somebody off of eBay. Paid a little bit more for it, but
Mhm.
surprisingly not much more. I think it was like $5 more.
Oh, that's negligible.
Yeah, because it was a $50 book, so I paid like 55, and then it was like
Find your
$5.
fee.
Yeah.
It was like
There
$5
you
shipping.
go.
So I ended up paying about $60 out the door for it, and that is for Arcade, the
Artcade.
book of classic arcade game artwork.
Nice. That's
This is the
cool.
slipcover, by the way,
Yes.
and it's
Okay.
very, very thick.
Yeah.
As you
Nice
said.
heavy stock.
And this logo glows in the dark.
Oh, cool.
That was kind of cool. So here's the book itself.
Mm-hmm.
Arcade, the book, and stuff like that. Nice. Front and back. And it's got some, like I said, it's mostly full of arcade marquees.
Oh, like marquees. Yeah. Nice.
Like Eric's
full-
house slowly becoming a arcade trove, like his
I
own
know.
Dragon's Lair.
Kroll and Kung Fu Master.
Nice.
Bro!
I'm literally just flipping the random. Oh, like here's some, like, look, there's
Bakuman.
Actually
Pac-Man.
showing it glowing and stuff like.
Yeah,
oh,
and
look,
there's
yeah.
Tron.
Tron. I
Bakuman.
used to play the shit out of the Tron arcade game. I love that game.
The other one they have here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's find an example one.
I never played the crawl game, but I do love the movie.
Like they have some really, really old ones. Like there's Solar Fox.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like Solar Fox, like
Never heard of it.
the old hand-drawn Midway logo right there.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Um,
And painted artwork.
Oh yeah, all hand painted.
Love it.
Yes, I'm trying to find. There's one. They also have playfield art. Oh yeah, so there's Galaga and Star Wars Arcade.
Nice. Played Star Wars arcade a lot too, as we've talked about before.
Oh yeah, I played a lot of that too. Well,
Oh yeah, here's one. This is obviously Defender. There's the playfield art.
Oh yes. Yeah, that's right. They didn't have a joystick for it. It was all buttons.
No, it was all buttons.
Joystick? What's that?
But-
it's all about buttons.
But it goes into, like I said, it has like a layout like of all the games that were released between certain years and the names and
nice.
who made them and stuff like that. And there's some trying to find these ones. I think they're towards the back. Where it actually because these were all scanned in by hand by a bunch of contributors, and some of these contributors actually had. This is Operation Wolf. You can see it right there.
I remember that. And then Operation Thunderbolt, the sequel.
Oh yes.
ah,
Let's see if I can.
I didn't know those two were related. Okay.
Yep.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Today I learned.
So there you go.
So
I'll
they
just-
have
I'll
interviews.
just
Oh,
say
here we are.
when.
They not only had the original marquee, but they also had the original paper stencil.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
that they used to create the marquee.
That's very cool.
That was like the inspiration
Wow.
for it.
That's super
So
cool,
it's-
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there like,
You don't see
whoa.
that stuff very often.
Like
That's
this
so
is
rare.
Lazarian, and my God, Lazarian was a game that came out. It was like I said, it was an early Bally Midway title. I mean, like during the days of this is like before Pac-Man.
Interesting.
So it
I
was,
never heard of it, so
yeah, a lot of these, like I said, Solar Fox and Lazarian. So
I
we had
want that book.
the,
I want the non-limited version, but I want that book.
like yeah, some of these. Larry Day is the person that did a lot of these. He also worked on Captain Venus, Ice Fever, and Cactus Sam. And there's some
Okay.
stuff like that. And there's like interviews with the actual artist, and it's a fantastic book if you ever
It looks
run
gorgeous.
across
Yeah.
one and find it. It's for me, it's like the pinnacle of coffee table books.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know,
It's like the
just
history
that.
of arcade games in a
There
I'm
is
like,
a
oh,
VHS
a
book
marquee
that's
form.
like that too. So
Yeah, and it's like this thing.
Yeah.
That's what she said. Tight fit.
Gotta
Get it in there.
Squeeze it in there. Come on, you can
God,
do
I
it.
can't-
push.
You gotta make it fit.
Sometimes you gotta
Oh my
push.
God, it actually is not going in.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Panic.
Hold on.
One corner,
Panic.
then the other. So it's like
Ah.
perfect size
There we go.
for it. It has to go in exactly straight.
There we
you
go.
go. Now it's
Yeah, 'cause
all
it has-
the way
it has-
in. Oh Jesus! Ah!
Huh. Yeah.
Holy moly! I was on another
Try to
tab.
read it.
Thank you, 007.
Oh jeez. So yeah.
44% towards
you
the
could
horror
probably-
shelves. Thanks, guys.
So you could probably find this a lot cheaper than I paid for it, but I wanted obviously the slip
Limited
cover,
stuff.
and this is the extended edition too. That actually has some extra stuff in it
Yeah.
in the book itself. It's
I
300.
feel like I think the
something.
interviews are extra. Actually,
Say what?
I think the interviews are what's
Interviews?
extra for you.
Yeah, there are some things I didn't read fully into what the extra pieces were, but I do know there are added
Take-
pages to the extended edition. So, okay. Oh, God, the thing's heavy. It came in the mail, and I'm like, oh, the book's here. Oh God. Was not expecting it. So, so yeah, that was my pickups for the
Excellent.
week.
Well, those were very cool pickups indeed.
Thank you.
Skinslip. What'd you get this week, Skinslip? Some munchies, apparently. Are you eating your pickups?
Really sad popcorn.
Sad popcorn.
Yeah, I cleaned the butter off my hand. Hold on.
Oh, okay, sorry.
All right.
I like your The
The first-
Gate shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's very nice. Very colorful.
One of my favorite PG horrors. I'm not standing. There's popcorn in my lap.
One of the few I saw in the theater, actually, as a kid. I need to get
really?
the...
I thought on TV.
I need to get the... Good lord. Need to get the Vestron release of that.
It's a really good release.
Thank you, Dale.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's one of the earlier releases when they were a little more
Yes.
lavish.
Yes.
Now they're a little more sparse. They're like Scream Factory it. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Mhm.
Didn't mean to go on that fucking tangent for
Uh-huh.
like the 5th week in a row.
Uh-huh.
First, I joined a watch party to see this movie, Summer Wars.
Summer Wars.
If you like Studio Ghibli films, you're gonna probably like this feel-good movie.
Okay.
Like these two college students are like approached by this girl to join her on a vacation, and just as like a guide, a tour, a travel buddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Travel companion. It's not that uncommon to get paid to travel with people. So like
Yeah.
so they travel to her parents' house for the weekend, and then she reveals when they get there that he's playing her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! So family drama. At the same time, there's this whole video game network thing that's crashed that the main character has accidentally crashed, and it's really, 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 really good.
Cool.
There is some okay. So about 15 minutes in this movie, and just the animation alone, I was like, how much is this? I went to Amazon. I was like,
Yeah.
$10. I was like, okay.
Sold.
I haven't seen the rest of the movie. Sold. I'm watching like someone's broadcasting to me on Discord. It's not high def yet.
No.
I'm just seeing it in like 720p, I think at best.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm gonna buy this. This was really good, really
Cool.
really good, and worth $10.
All right, nice. Check that one out.
As a 4 out of 5 stars, like a really good movie.
Wow.
Next, everyone knows I'm very, very, very. I take cataloging and archiving like very seriously, and I'm actually gonna take it very seriously. I got this book on film programming and curating for cinemas, festivals, and archives.
Okay.
Specifically,
So you're gonna curate your collection essentially, or?
I'm gonna get a little more. I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna pursue a career path.
Oh, okay, cool.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Let
We'll
us-
see. I'm
let
going
us
to take.
know
I
what
put
happens, if anything.
I'm dipping my toe in it.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's
I was
something.
like David's first book or that shit. So.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see you excelling at something like that.
Next, we got Volume 2 of the Black Widow Epic Collections.
Hey.
This now collects all the previous release material. This has Bizarre Adventures 25, Marvel Fanfare 10 through 13, Solo Avengers 7, Black Widow Coldest War, which is previously collected in a trade paperback called Coldest War. Then there's also Punisher Black Widow Spinning Doomsday's Web, Daredevil Black Widow Abattoir, Marvel Comics Presents 135, Daredevil Annual 10, Fury Black Widow Death Duty, and Journey into Mystery 517 to 519. This is a pack full of just random appearances. This is before Black Widow had like her own stint in like the Avengers and the Defenders, and this is all her solo stuff. So.
Nice. I like those
Actually,
collections.
I think some of the post Defenders to it, but
yeah, I like how the Epic collections do that. They just pull together every appearance up to the stuff you already know.
Yes.
And just put them all in chronological order. It's great.
One notable failure: New Mutants. Cable. This is the first volume where it's starting to become from New Mutants to X-Force. I believe this is the last volume of New Mutants.
Yep.
This is volume 7, in case anyone's curious, which is 89.90. So it's when X-Force starts premiere. I believe this is the last volume of X-Force. The next one is New Mutants. What is it? There's like 95 issues, or was it 94? It's either 94 and it ends, or it's 95 and there's one more issue in the next volume before it becomes X-Force. But I think this is the last volume, and I think X-Force volume is the one I'm picking up at, which I already have volume 1 of that.
Okay, so it picks up where I left off. I remember. I remember I have or had some later issue. I think it was an annual, actually, a New Mutants annual, and I remember Cable mentioning a couple times "Call Us X-Force." Like they were already like working that in, that they were going to change it and stuff, and that they were already starting to refer to themselves as that.
So, of notable absence in here, and I was a little miffed about why they didn't just add it, was... Oop, gotta go farther back, am I? No, it's before. God damn it. It's one of these annuals. It's one of those 4-part annual crossovers, and they printed 3 of the fucking annual parts, but not the 4th one. Not the second volume. That's 1, 3, and 4, or it's 2, 3, and 4.
Well, you know,
anyway.
what is the saga? That might actually be the one I have.
One of the Fantastic Four volume.
Well, but what?
I'm missing it. It's Days of Future Present.
Okay, no, it's not that one. I have it.
I'm missing the Fantastic Four volume, which is the only thing that collected. And this is...
That's annoying.
How many pages? This is thin enough that you could easily included it.
Oh, I hate that. It's like with
Baffling.
the one I was going on about, Incredible Hulk Epic Collection number 4, where they excluded Captain Marvel issue 21, which was like a huge significant issue. Hulk is on a rampage on a university campus and bumps into Rick Jones, who was hanging out with Captain Marvel at the time. It was the first time he'd seen Rick Jones in like a year. And it was a huge like reunion for them after they had a big falling out like a year prior. And and then the next issue of the Hulk is making all these references to that Captain Marvel story. So obviously significant, obviously not a throwaway. It's continuity. I have no idea why they excluded it. Just
it's not collected anywhere else, like the complete Captain Marvel volume.
There's no Captain Marvel volumes of that, like of that era. There's
that
nothing.
era. Okay. Yeah.
There's like it's all later stuff. And then and the Death of Captain Marvel graphic novel, of course. But
I still need to get 2 Defenders volumes because it's got the X-Men related miniseries, the Iceman and Beast series.
Oh, okay. the hell? Why would those be? I hate it when they do shit like that.
Well, the X-Men volumes that would be around that time haven't been printed yet, so maybe
Yeah.
they will get printed in there too.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, there's
I have
often some
hardcovers of those
overlap.
miniseries.
I know with the Marvel Monsters one, there's a lot of overlap, like with the Frankenstein ones and the werewolf crossovers and stuff. That's okay, because then you get to see them in the
Dracula and
context
Werewolf
of
Island.
that series, you know, and see it from that side, which is good.
The crossovers kind of inform you where you put them in the shelf too.
They can.
Come up in more order.
I
know.
just group them by series, and that's that. I know you don't.
Well, my complete group by series, my X-Men, and my Batman, the only thing is chronological.
Yes.
That's it. I'm done. That's all I can pick up.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I'm done. That's it.
Done. Finito. Back to popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Stoudman with 40 pickups apparently. So what are all 40 of your pickups? 40.
All 1,400.
So it's Black Friday time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Target had a sale where they had a bunch of titles that marked down to $9, but then on top of that, they also had a buy two get one free sale.
Ah, very
So-
nice.
6 titles, which brought it down to $6 per title. First one I got was this Mill Creek double pack, Fort Yuma Gold and
Yay.
Damn Time Fire.
Oh,
we can
nice.
finally watch them.
I should get that one.
And then Terminator Dark Fate.
Yay!
That's on Prime, so we can watch that.
Cool.
Yes. Well, yes. I'm like, I asked if to watch this on, because I told her it was on Prime, right?
Yeah.
And so I kind of want to watch this. I was wondering if you have it physically so we can watch it. And she's like, no, we don't have it physically, and it's on Prime, so I don't want to watch it that way. But
What?
now you're saying watch it on Prime. Okay.
I'm allowed to change my mind. I'm sorry.
Woman's prerogative.
Hey, I apologize. Hey, don't be sexist.
Bad Boys for Life, which
Oh,
I
boy.
mainly just got because it was $6. I was like, well,
You have
sure.
to tell me how that is.
Take a chance on it. Why not?
Hey, don't use my name in vain.
Jumanji level, because
Oh,
the
I
first
need
one was actually really good, so I'm thinking this one will be good too. Then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I still need to see.
I loved that movie.
Morgan
It's
said
so
that to me.
good.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen this on Blu-ray drop below $10 anywhere.
Yeah.
Period.
No, yeah.
So I got it for it dropped down to $9 on Target,
There you go.
but I got it for $6, which is the cheapest I've seen it. So I was happy about that. Similarly, the $6 has been the cheapest price for Sonic the Hedgehog
Nice.
this year.
I have that.
That's such a fun movie.
I haven't seen it
it yet.
Both collectively. I haven't
Which
seen
is
it.
over my shelf, sitting there gathering dust for like a month now.
It's like one of the
Like
movies I've seen like 3 times now, and I'm just like, I will probably never ever find anything to hate about this movie.
And you tried. You tried really hard.
I honestly did. I looked around. I mean, if I had to seriously nitpick, I could probably find a couple things, but
Hey, that's high praise coming from you.
that's
Yeah.
I can't find any real major fault with it.
Hey, Detective Pikachu is good too.
Of
Yes, it
which
is.
movie, Legally Blind Gamer? We just mentioned like 4 movies. Should have a group viewing of that
Kelly.
movie. We were talking about Crimson Tide, Sonic the Hedgehog, Terminator Dark Fate. Which
Yep.
movie?
Yes.
Bad Boys
Sonic.
for Life.
Okay.
Sonic. Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah, I got it. Why not?
I'd be down for that too.
Anything is possible.
We just need Sean and Chance. Anyway,
Hmm.
from Best Buy, this is the second title that I got, and I just got 2 from their most recent sale. It's $8
Nice.
for the Joker.
I need it.
Or-
I need that still.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm talking about
Have you
another
seen that
really-
yet? You've seen that, right?
Yeah, it's on
I-
theaters.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen it. I'm the one who hasn't seen it.
Criterion sale through Barnes and Noble, and seems like it's becoming the thing where they also have the Arrow sale at the same time.
Hmm.
And sometimes there are some Arrow titles that aren't available through the UK site, or
Yeah.
you just kind of want them more.
Amazon price matching titles.
So,
Hey,
Yeah,
Luke
my-
Tron 9. Thank you so much for the sub, dude.
I need to get that.
I got
made of ice,
if it go-
apparently.
Mallrats. The
Burr,
nice,
I'm
beautiful,
made of ice. Sorry, go ahead.
beautiful Arrow release of Mallrats.
Yeah, I'd
I
like to
need
get
that.
that. Yeah.
Which has the theatrical cut, extended
It's
cut.
easier
and
if you
TV.
put it in from the top, just saying.
Yeah.
Less
Yeah,
shit to
right.
catch on the slipcover.
Yeah, well,
Well, there you go. Now you know.
Elephant Man.
Oh, I really want
Yeah.
to get that. Really want to get that.
The price matched a bunch of titles on Amazon, more coupons, so it was like
Yes.
$12, $13, something like that. So I
Nice.
got a Criterion coming to me.
Cool. Oh, that's a great movie.
then
David Lynch.
Finally, my Scream Factory order from literally a month ago finally came in. Hey!
Oh, we were just talking about that.
Yay!
Wait a whole fucking month, guys.
Yeah,
This
that's
is the Halloween sale.
welcome to my world. Star.
We watched
Halloween.
we watched movies on Tuesday when he was just mentioning that it's been a long time since he got that.
Anytime I order anything direct from Shout Factory, it takes about a month.
Mhm.
So
I got Bubba Hotep. I think
I
this
need to
one
get
was
that.
like 12 or 12.50, something like that. Really good.
Damn.
mhm.
So, yes. Wanted to get that before it went away. This one's one of their newer titles, so it wasn't as cheap, but Tales from the Hood.
Okay, yeah.
It's either $13 or $14, something like that. But still really, really good for a newer title. I remember watching this when I was a kid and I liked it. This one was $12.50.
Death Becomes Her.
Thereabouts.
Yeah.
Becomes Her. Another one I watched when I was far too young. We talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about
We
this,
did
yeah.
mention it, yeah.
We just talked about it last week, I think.
Mhm.
I love it, so I gotta have it.
That happens tonight. You see something far too young, and it just sticks with you, and then you fall in love with it.
We're talking about watching the double bill.
A lot of movies like that for me, too.
Volcano.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And I
Yeah,
got- RoboCop 3. I think this one was like $11.
yeah. Nice.
They're pretty
Oh,
good.
look, slip covers.
With the slipcover.
I mean,
Yeah.
no one liked Robocop 3. I'm shocked.
It's because yeah.
It's
Specs
okay.
up.
I don't own it.
There are things that I wish they did differently with this movie, like in
Yep.
hindsight.
Like have it be R-rated.
Not
Actually, one of the reasons I liked it at the time was because it wasn't R-rated, because I
Okay.
wasn't allowed to see R-rated films. because it was too-
Okay. Okay.
So, but yet they let me watch RoboCop on TV, mind you, the TV cut. But yeah, I remember though, like we had an opportunity to see go to the theater. I was going with my friend, and we had a choice between Free Willy 2
Mhm.
or RoboCop 3.
Uh-huh.
RoboCop 3.
Definitely
RoboCop
RoboCop
3.
3.
Yeah.
Free
Okay, I would-
Whale 2.
I would disown you if you went Free Willy 2.
So clearly, Free Willy 2.
Actually, ever sat through Free Willy 2. I think I've seen a few scenes of it, but
I've
not
seen all three of the original three. We're not
I am
talking about
very
the last
proud to say I have seen none of them.
one. There's more than 3 movies. There's only 3 good ones.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, there's more than 3?
Yeah.
Free Willy 9.
And the
What?
animated series, I think.
Last thing I got was Life Force.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
$14.
I have the
Really good.
original.
Oh, that's a good deal.
I have the original Scream Factory release of that with the slipcover.
I had the original Arrow release. That's been upgraded also.
Mm-hmm.
I had the really bad transfer still.
Yeah. I recall it being an okay transfer. It wasn't,
Yeah, it
horrible.
wasn't bad.
It was,
The new transfer is way better.
but that's the new
This-
one apparently.
RoboCop trilogy for me. I'm pretty sure I have RoboCop 2.
All right.
I know I have RoboCop from Arrow. So
Well,
Yeah.
find your copy of Robocop 2 so we can watch it.
There you go.
easier said than done.
I
Go
know.
back.
I know. Totally aware.
Yeah, that's it. That's everything I got.
Okay.
That's all.
Nice haul.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Hello, really bright me. How am I?
Right.
So, one of the ones I got was, you might recall a couple weeks ago, Skinslip got this one, and I was like, that's on Blu-ray? I'm getting it right now. And I did. I'm, of course, talking about, from Gold Ninja Video, Creature
Oh, yeah.
from
I
Black
keep
Lake.
forgetting that.
Huh?
Ooh.
You literally keep telling the story, and I keep forgetting what movie you're talking about every time.
Creature from Black Lake, yeah. And this
Yeah.
was one that I saw on TV. Again, probably when I was far too young to see it, because for a young one, it's pretty scary. This is, I think, definitely one of the better sort of Bigfoot movies I've seen, largely because the main characters in it are just so engaging and likable, and it's actually fairly snappily written. You got a couple of great character actors in it as well, in the form of Jack Elam and Dub Taylor. If you don't know those names, you will absolutely recognize them the second they walk onto the screen. They've been in like a million movies. But one that I always enjoyed and often saw in repeats on Saturday afternoon television. It was like this, and a couple of different Godzilla movies were in constant rotation, and the Alien Factor was another one. So I saw those those ones quite a bit. And I loved them. So I've been wanting to get this on home video for quite some time. There's been a DVD available for ages. This, as far as I know, is exactly the same print that's on the DVD. It's not high def. They make a bunch of notes about that to make sure you are aware of that. But I didn't care. I mean, to me, just looking all fuzzy and janky
Go buy it, Stoudman.
and stuff is how I've always seen this film. So if there's ever some kind of beautiful transfer from the original negative or something, of course I'll upgrade to that. But for now, I'm just glad to have this old favorite on.
As far as I understand, that's the director's approved edition, actually.
I don't know. They didn't say anything about that. But
one of the movies was. Oh, maybe it was in the other movies. But there's like
I don't know.
there's a few of them that are director approved editions because they're like official releases.
Yeah, it does.
Of stuff.
Doesn't say anything about that here.
Okay, maybe it's not that one then.
But
I might be crossing wires.
I'm sure they would have
That's
mentioned it if that was the case, because that's a selling point. But anyway, numbered limited edition. Mine is number. I don't know how well you can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's 10 movies too. You know that?
148 of 300, and it also comes with "I Love to Kill," which the alternate title of that is "Impulse," and it stars William Shatner as a guy who sort of this gigolo con man who just kind of gets stuck in this web of having to kill people to keep his secret.
But Sean, you need to do your treasure hunt, find the hidden movie.
What?
On all of Golden videos, there's a hidden movie or two.
Okay, well, I didn't know about that. Anyway,
I know. I'm telling you now.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll poke around and see if there's more movies on there somewhere.
I can't wait to see what you find. I have no idea what it is.
I have no idea. Anyway,
Sorry.
yeah. So I Love to Kill, starring William Shatner. Also has what's his face, the dude who played Oddjob in
oh yeah.
The
James Bond.
Goldfinger, James Bond, Goldfinger. Yeah, he actually speaks in this. You get to hear what Oddjob actually sounds like.
Oh, good.
But yeah, really great edition. It was only $10. And as Skinslip mentioned at the time, I think they're based in Canada, so it didn't take very long to get to me, which is pretty cool. Next up, another edition for the Hammer Horror Collection. You guys knew I was going to pre-order this one. It was announced a little while ago. It's another upgrade from the Universal Horror set from a few years back. We have Brides of Dracula, the collector's edition.
I like that cover. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's very nice. And then inside, of course, it has the theatrical poster as well.
Is that black and white?
The what?
Is that theatrical poster black and white?
Kind of. Yeah, it was.
I can't really tell because it's all blown out. That's why I asked.
Silver.
There, you can see a little bit better there.
Is it greenish?
It's kind of greenish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But
cool.
it's,
All right. So it's monochromatic, though.
It is monochromatic, yeah.
Okay, that's
It's
cool.
good.
Though.
So
It
this
just
one,
doesn't come out very well because the camera's messed
So this
up.
is actually a new transfer. It's a 2K transfer from the Interpositive, which is a bit of an upgrade over the Universal one. And honestly, the Universal ones had pretty decent transfers to begin with, I thought. But lots of extras on here, as always. Very nice addition to the collection. So from that old Hammer 8-film set, there's only 3 movies that they haven't re-released in collector's editions now. So hopefully we'll get the rest of them. And then
I decided not to upgrade the ones from that set 'cause I'm perfectly okay with just having good transfers in the movie. I mean, if I'll double dip if like I fall in love with one of them. I haven't seen any of them yet, but like
Okay.
I watched like one of like the I really like the Mummy movie, which I think I will. I'll probably end
Yeah.
up double dipping for
It's
good editions.
it's not just different transfers on them, though. Some of them also have alternate cuts, additional aspect ratios, and
Loads of features. Yeah.
loads of features, like both
Yeah.
new and archival features.
Those are amazing sets. I
Which
looked
is
at all
great.
of them. They're all really great sets. I just
Yeah.
don't. I'm trying not to double dip. You know.
I know. Well, to me,
Upgrade,
to me
sure,
that
double
was
dip.
that was a very minimal double dip because it was like one set that I'd paid, not a lot of money for, so I didn't
True.
mind like just going straight for the upgrades.
I did only pay like $12 for my set. Not gonna lie.
See, there you go. So it would be. Anyway, next up, Stoud's been mentioning this particular collection over the past few weeks as he's been watching the movies from it. I've been wanting to get this collection for a while. It's a series of films from Fox, which leads me to be a little wary that they may go out of print soon because of the Disney buyout. I know that a lot of the MGM titles that Scream Factory had the license to have gone out of print very suddenly because their license expired. I'm expecting the same thing to happen with their Fox titles. So this one in particular I was getting worried about because it kept dropping in and out of stock on Amazon, and for a few weeks, almost a month, it was only available from third-party sellers for almost double what it usually goes for, and I was like, oh, fuck, did I miss it? But then it came back into stock just this past couple weeks for regular price, which is about $60 Canadian, which is actually less than what it was going to before it went out of stock the last time. So I was like, okay, clearly this is my window. If I'm going to get it, I need to get it now. I'm, of course, talking about the Omen Collection, Deluxe Edition from Scream Factory.
Bought the Fly collection because it's $46 on Amazon.
That is one that's like the next one I want to get, actually.
That was a good price. I was like, okay.
Yeah. This
all right.
one, actually, on Amazon US, this dropped to like $36 US. So,
I gotta transfer money from my savings.
so
now, but,
I was like,
whatever.
yeah.
And drop under 30. Like, I'm pretty sure they're getting rid of the
I think
stock.
so. So
The Omen is dropped to 30.
get it.
No, the
It
Critics
dropped to
collection.
it dropped.
Oh,
to-
I had.
I just said it dropped to 36. So anyway, so there's 5 movies. Got The Omen, Damien, Omen 2, Omen 3, The Final Conflict, Omen 4, The Awakening, and the 2006 remake, which I've never seen. I've seen the other 4. I've never seen the remake. But I'm gonna rewatch all of them, and it's actually the Blu-ray debut of Omen 4, which was actually a TV movie originally. Their first attempt to kind of reboot the franchise, and not a very good attempt at that. But anyway, yeah,
Some of them are-
quite a lot of features on here. This didn't even have sticky stuff on it. It was just in the shrink wrap on the back of the box. It just like slid right off, which was nice. But it does have a 4K remaster of the original, which is pretty cool. So prior to that, all I'd ever had was the DVD set. Just the old Fox DVD sets. So be a nice upgrade. I just got to get some kind of collection of The Exorcist. And that is it. That is it for my pickups this week. So not a lot.
Is the Exorcist also Fox?
No, Exorcist is Warner.
Okay. You're okay with that. It's like they're going to release a
It's
new
not going
fucking
anywhere.
Ultimate Deluxe Edition 4K at some point.
God damn it, 007. Now that is a good pickup. Oh, I suppose everything else was crap, apparently. But that one was a good pickup. Got it. Okay. I see how it is. Finally, Z got something good.
We got a sensitive Sam over here. Watch yourselves.
So anyway, yeah, I will definitely go digging through that Gold Ninja disc. I actually watched, well, I'll talk about it in my movies, but I did short versions. I watched both movies and a bunch of the extras on it, like just the stuff with the Shock Marathon guys and the 2 guys from Gold Ninja talking about regional films and really interesting stuff. Really fascinating, well-informed discussion, and really enjoyed that a lot. So, yeah.
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 So, speaking
What?
of movies, what movies
yeah.
did we watch this week?
I watched a bunch this week.
I watched 4, I think. Yeah, I watched
I
4.
think I watched one on my own, and then the rest was Skinslip.
I watched on my own. I watched one.
I watched some
two,
TV stuff too. So.
Three. I watched 3 things on
gonna
my
go to
own.
bed.
Technically. All right.
Okay.
Good night, Eric.
Good night, garbage gamer.
Rest well.
Rest
Yay.
rest
Stay
peacefully.
And the trio is down to 2-0.
The trio.
Oh, we're the trio now.
Oh, my
Sean,
chopped
we're the
liver.
trio. Yes, in fact, you are.
Yes.
So yeah, I definitely shouldn't have bought the fly collection, but at $46, I don't think I can really pass it up.
What do you mean you should have?
Because I don't have the money necessarily.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to save money to move out, Justin.
Yes, I am also spending money I shouldn't be spending, but
But then I can't miss the fly collection.
I might be canceling some pre-orders this week because I don't have the money I had hoped I would have by this point in the month. So
It happens. I had to cancel a bunch too.
yeah.
I mean, like I got the few things I got. Actually, nothing was pre-ordered. That was all stuff I got from a comic shop and cheap.
Gotcha.
That book I bought. That book was $1.
$1.
I paid more. I paid $3 shipping
Wait,
and $1 for the book.
The curating book?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Only $1.
wow.
I was
Nice.
like, all right. $10.94 with the shipping.
Good price.
But like $4. I was like, all right, we can spurge in that.
Yeah, I have one thing on the way, or no, I have a couple things on the way to the mail. In the mail, nothing really
I
exciting.
got a few things.
I have a book on the way.
I had a gift card, and so like Amazon was price matching some Criterions, and so I bought Night of the Hunter.
Ooh, nice. That's
Like,
what I
the
need
girl
to
I'm
see.
interested in has it on her list of movies she wants to see.
I really need to see that.
At this point, I'm just buying movies to flirt with a girl. All right, just
The
give me
one
a
and
fucking
only.
break.
Well, that's a good one though, just as a movie. I mean,
It
it's
is.
first
seen it.
the one and only film directed by Charles Lawton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was
He got mocked so badly he never got to make another film again.
that's
which is unfortunate,
terrible.
'cause it was a
That's
fucking
terrible
masterpiece.
because
fucking mocked.
He-
I can't believe
he
it.
was.
Critics ravaged that movie.
And it's seen as this huge like classic now.
One of the original cult classics, in fact.
Yeah, and Charles Lawton was a wonderful actor too. Like he
Oh,
was
he's so
he was one of those really versatile actors. He could do comedy, he could do drama, he could do everything. We recently saw him in The Old Dark House, where he played the sort of brash American guy who came in late to the dinner party and you know well, I shouldn't say dinner party, but crashed the party in a way. But and just kind of rubbed everybody the wrong way. But at the same time, like for us, the viewers, he was freaking hilarious, you know. But anyway,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like Roger Ebert, where the one movie he made, Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, was actually terrible.
that's legit.
He only wrote that movie, and it's
That's
still not good. But no,
legitimately
but, like,
terrible. But
but it's one of those movies that like it's a joy to watch, but not for the reasons that he probably intended.
yes, absolutely.
Like I'd own that movie, I'd watch that movie.
Yeah, I probably would too.
But like I've been phasing into the movies we've been watching. I've been watching movies with this girl I really like, and I'm hanging out with her tomorrow. And we're watching we're watching Prophecy, the Killer Bear movie. So I'll be watching that twice within the span of 30 days. But
Excellent. Oh, did you just
I
watch
set
it like recently as well?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I watched it right right when I got it on Blu-ray. Right when it came out, was it early week of August? I think.
Fairly close to that for me
I mean
too.
October. October,
Yeah.
not August. I don't know if it's not.
That was my
Early
confronting the
October, I
childhood
think.
fear movie.
Yeah, but like she like sent me her list of like need to watch movies. It's very long, not as long as mine, which is thousands of movies.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm
Same,
like, okay,
probably.
what do I have here? I'm like, okay, I grabbed all these things, and then what I did was I like watching movies with the girl, and so she likes to put, every time I mention a movie, she ends up putting it on a goddamn list anyway. I took every movie I have in my collection before 1995 as a monster animals attack movie, and I downloaded the trailer. I made a trailer reel to play before the movie. So there's 20 minutes of animal attack movies
Nice
trailers
That's
to watch
awesome.
before we watch an animal attack movie.
So that's
Animals
like
Attack.
the the internet age equivalent of making a mixtape.
Yes, Look, I fucking put on Twitter, what is this? Is this? I actually put that. That was a fucking tweet I made.
Really?
About how I'm making a yes. Is this the new age version of a mixtape for
There
your
you
crush?
go. Yeah.
That's literally what I fucking said.
It absolutely
I fucking
is.
said that shit.
It absolutely is. You
Oh my
called it.
god. You know, Skinslip
It's
mixtape.
hilarious.
I'm gonna
Great
pull up a fucking
minds.
tweet
Great
right
minds,
now.
folks. Yeah.
I'm compiling a custom here, November 12th.
All right.
I'm compiling a custom trailer compilation to accompany a movie viewing. Is this like a new age mixtape for your crush thing?
Yeah.
That's literally what I said.
It
post that-
literally is. It literally is. But
I know, right? Like,
that's adorable. I love it.
I know. I am.
I used to do mixtapes. I think we all did it some way.
Anyway, we're having fun watching movies. We're just friends, but we're having like really good fun, living in the moment. Things are the Wild West right now,
Mm-hmm.
so like just kind of like okay, we're just
Well, it's
in a
good.
groove here.
Have fun.
Watch movies. After we watch the Prophecy, I'm gonna watch The Guest. I don't know when that's gonna be. Usually, at this point, we're watching Sundays, but like the other week, we watched a movie in the middle of the week, so I'm always kind of hopeful. Like, children, like, hey, you want to watch a movie? Yes. Let me drop everything I'm doing 1 second.
Uh-huh.
But no, it's just I'm having fun with that. Anyway, so we watched last week Near Dark, which you had not seen before.
All right. I think you were mentioning you were going to watch that. We were
Yeah,
talking about
last
it,
week.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And we watched that, and
Cool.
she enjoyed it.
Excellent.
She really liked it. Of course, it's a 5-star movie for me.
I need
so.
to watch it again. I will.
Yeah, I want it on Blu-ray so bad, but I don't want that janky one.
No, that fucking
I want like
Twilight-esque
Arrow,
cover.
like we've got a coup.
Yeah.
We've got Near Dark. I'm like, oh,
I'm actually kind of surprised that hasn't happened,
not yet.
Like that
Not
no boutique label has picked up that one. It's such a cult favorite.
No,
Yeah.
I know. It's probably a rights thing.
Probably, yeah.
And next, later that day, because my Sundays are just full of joy hanging out with people I hung out with Justin and we watched Pieces, the Joe Bob Briggs version.
Oh yeah.
And I love this movie. Everything's super overacted. It's like the dubbing's like terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like the acting's terrible. They've got all these great actors and none of them are on their A game. They're all on their Z game. It's fucking a sight to behold. I love this movie. I give this movie a 4 out of 5 stars. It's a classic for me. Justin, what did you think of Pieces?
I liked it. It was all right. I think the way that I would put it is that I prefer the Joe Bob version.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Bob makes it more entertaining.
Well, Joe Bob makes everything.
Joe Bob
Wow.
makes it better.
Yeah, I love the cheesiness of it. It's very fun. And that's all I have to say about that.
It's
Okay.
basically, it's kind of like, it's a slasher film, but like, when you're watching it, you're like, this feels like a Giallo film. 'Cause it feels like, what it really feels like is it feels like a really bad spoof of Giallo movies. I don't know what the intention is, but that's what it feels like. Anyway, we followed that up with House.
The original. Oh, I love House.
Yeah,
Love
watched
House.
House. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Just the first one, not the second one.
I
yet?
Just the first one.
loved House.
House
Yeah.
is great.
My first viewing of House, and
Love House. I watched the
I guess
shit out of
we're
that
glad
when I
to
was a
hear
kid.
originally, like, I remember wanting to watch a certain scene from a certain movie and thinking that it was from House, and we started to watch House, and this was a long time ago, and then I realized, no, this isn't the right movie, and we eventually came around to figuring out the movie that I was thinking of was Pulse, not House.
Mm-hmm. We eventually saw that too.
So I only
Okay.
ever saw 5 to 10 minutes of House, but because of that, I didn't know that it's more of like a horror comedy. It really
Yes,
is,
yes, it is.
and
That's what I liked
I
about it.
love that aspect of it. It's a horror comedy. I feel like it's something that if I had seen when I was a kid, I probably would have loved it.
Oh yeah.
Can confirm I saw it as a kid and I loved it.
I love
that's a
that,
huge film from my childhood. So it was like,
Norm Cheers is in it, and
Yep.
he plays a not an insignificant role, but he plays a
Nice,
somewhat significant role. And yeah, it's just there are a lot of things about like the set design that is so fucking awesome, but like the clothing that they wear, the guy is wearing the deepest fucking V-neck I've ever
His
seen.
hairy chest is like peeking out. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh my goodness.
Wearing anything underneath, and it's a V-neck sweater, and it's beige, and it's just
It's clearly
well,
summer.
Also,
Clearly summer too.
it was kind of a who's who of early 80s television, because you had George Wendt, of course, from Cheers as the neighbor. You had William Catt as the star of it, as the writer. He's basically
I love William Catt.
So do I. He's such a personable, just likable character actor.
Greatest American Hero, man.
Yeah, and I was going to say he was from Greatest
The
American
best theme
Hero.
song ever made.
And then you also have Richard Mole as basically William Catt is a writer. He's writing his Vietnam memoirs. So there's like Vietnam flashback aspects to some of the horror and whatnot as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on in that movie, and as well as being very funny and
Bit
very
surreal.
scary. Yeah,
And dream logic.
it's great. I love it. There's just so many different layers to it. But
It's meta to a
what
point.
was I going to say? Yeah, Richard Mole from Night Court and many other things plays his old Vietnam War buddy that he keeps having flashbacks to and stuff like that.
Which suspiciously looks like Eddie from Iron Maiden. I'm just saying.
Well, in like his sort of zombie form, yeah, for sure. Which was great. But, I mean, we of course know Richard Mole from a lot of genre stuff as well. He's the evil wizard Mestima in Dungeon Master.
Haven't seen it.
Basically, he's the main villain in Dungeon Masters. He's totally doing the whole over-the-top, chewing the scenery, evil sorcerer bit, which is great. And then, of course, he was the voice of Harvey Dent, Two-Face in Batman the Animated Series, and was freaking amazing in that. But,
One of the best renditions of that character, in fact.
Absolutely. Well, it was one of those redefining renditions, which was just fucking brilliant. But yeah, I agree with these two. House is great. See House. It's a lot of fun.
I also like that it had a very strong poltergeist feel to it.
It does. It does a little bit, yeah.
Humongous fan of Poltergeist.
Yeah.
I dug that bit, and I think that might be why I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I love this movie.
I really liked it. I give it 3 out of 5 stars.
I might actually rewatch
3.5
that
out of
tonight.
5,
You
I
put
mean.
me in the mood for it now.
Good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
No, cap off last Sunday. We watched Ninja Assassin.
All right.
A film I was shithouse drunk for when I watched with my friend. But he got free passes from a radio contest, a trivia contest. So he got free passes to see Ninja Assassin and some other movie like Hurricane Heist or some shit. I don't remember. No, it wasn't Hurricane Heist. It was Armored. That was the movie, which I later saw. But Jason Statham. Ninja Assassin. I remember laughing my ass off to this, enjoying it in theater. Me and Stoudman watched it. It was okay. It was still fun.
Yeah.
But this time, while not shithouse drunk, I noticed how awful the fucking action scenes are shot. The action scenes are, let's throw the camera in a fucking washing machine. Let's see if you can see what's happening.
Oh, so that's the
But-
Wachowskis did that. Did they direct that one, or was it just they
No,
produced
it was
I
some
think?
random person.
Like they produced
Just
it,
some-
but didn't direct it. I know
They
they were
produced it,
involved in
yeah.
some way. But
They produced.
Yeah.
Their company produced it. I don't know if they even touched it. Their company produced
Oh,
it.
okay.
So
I've had it sitting on my shelf for ages. I still haven't got around to watching it.
it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want. I have it on
Sure.
Blu-ray. I don't think I'm gonna keep the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I'm okay. But there's one part: Wilhelm scream, rocket launcher, ninja, chef's kiss. That's it. Everything else is that golden. But
Nice.
I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. What did you think, Justin?
Whenever there's a fight scene in the movie, to make it as clear as possible, I was literally just thinking, where am I? Wait, where is there a point of reference I can use somewhere to tell where we are? And so quickly, was that a fist or a foot, or was it a cock? Maybe I don't fucking know.
Was
Yeah,
that
no,
a
it was
penis?
really confusing.
Yeah.
It's so fucking confusing. It's like
I hate
It-
action scenes that are filmed like that. Yeah.
specifically intended to
Yeah.
be so quick and fast moving, and that you don't notice that they're not doing a very good job of showing
Yeah.
you the fight.
See,
The worst thing is, these people did good choreography. Like,
Yeah.
come on. Disrespectful.
like you can tell. I mean, there's certain ways to film stuff like that you can kind of tell when they're just doing it all in the editing or they're doing it there on the set. Like I've seen some movies where they do everything, with the camera pulled back a fair amount, so you can see the two. Say it's two people having a martial arts fight. You see the two of them fighting, like in full view, and you can follow the action, see who's hitting who and everything, and then they'll cut to another angle, then they'll cut to another. But it's not like machine gun editing for every fucking punch, which could be anything.
Camera's doing this a lot.
Yeah, I hate that.
God.
I hate that, and it's like that was one of the big complaints I had about the second Transformers movie. Was the camera was just in too goddamn close to the robots. You couldn't tell what anything was. It was just this like mass of metal robot parts swirling around the screen. You couldn't tell what was going on.
I was like, look, okay, get this. Keep this. Jackie Chan and all his buddies in fucking Hong Kong New Wave cinema.
Yeah.
Revolutionized action.
Yeah.
It became like a ballet. And that was so popular that Jackie Chan came over here and started doing movies. And they fucking totally never did any of that shit. And I wish when they brought him over, they would have taken what he had actually wanted to bring, which was the proper way to film fight sequences, like slapstick comedy routines, like ballet, like an intricate dance. Because people who are fight fans want to see that. People who are action fans want to see that. We don't want to see the camera jerking around. Get out of here with your fucking wankery.
No. It's like, look at, you look at someone, they just seem to think, like, also that it's an attention span thing. Oh, you have to keep the camera moving, you have to keep the editing going, or people will lose interest.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, okay, look at...
Shut up.
The one we always bring up is the perfect example. Look at Terminator 2 and how the action sequences are filmed in that. Now, the editors of a James Cameron action movie will tell you, yes, James Cameron films a lot more stuff than the typical director because he likes a lot of cutaways. But... take note of how those scenes play out. Like, say, any scene of Arnie fighting the T-1000. At no point are you even remotely unsure of what's going on. Everything is completely clear and easy to follow, easy to see. And the only time you have cutaways is when it's relevant. Like, oh my god, I dropped the gun. There's a shot of the gun hitting the floor. Oh, I fumbled the bullet as I was reloading. The bullet clatters to the other end.
Watch out.
The bullet clatters to the end of the truck. Or I guess it was a shell. But anyway... you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's only cutaways that serve the scene. They're not, like, to create the scene out of something that wasn't present. It's, they keep it real. Cutaways are to add emphasis to the scene. To focus on a specific detail so you don't miss it. It's about focusing on the details so you don't miss the detail. It's not about having things moving so fast that you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, you don't want obscure detail.
Obscuring detail, yeah, exactly. I don't mind shaky cam. No, that's not what this is about. Shaky cam is fine if done
proper use,
properly. Yeah, as with anything. Anything can be fine if it's done properly.
If people are running down the street and being shot, shaky cam can really help you, like, get in action.
It ups the energy level.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're there running with them. That's a good use of it. But
or you run alongside the car, the camera should be shaking a little bit because it's the effect of the wind blowing past the camera that you know is not really there, but your brain knows it's there. If you don't have the shake, you're gonna see things not realistic. It looks fake, right? People don't think about that shit. Like, if you if you have a camera say next to a car, right?
Yeah.
And the car is not shaking, it's sitting perfectly still. It looks CGI. It looks fake because it is.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do that real. If you put a camera next to a car and drove fast, it would shake, and the brain knows that.
Yeah.
So if you do a fake camera like that, where you're doing CGI, you have to make the fake camera shake. So the brain thinks it's actually because it's helping tricking the brain. That's a good use.
There was one of my all-time favorite cop shows, NYPD Blue. Used now in that case, Michael's making distinctions between handheld and shaky cam. In that case, in the case of NYPD Blue, it would have been referred to as shaky cam because it's an actual filming technique. It's not just that the camera's handheld. And a lot of the times, they actually had the camera on tripods and stuff, but there was a specific look and feel and style they were going for with that, which was to make it feel like everything was kind of happening spur of the moment, and you were just there catching the action as it happened. So there was a lot of, like, it would cut to a character speaking, and you just get a little bit of the camera swooping over to that character. But like when all the shots kind of have that thought process behind them, it creates this kind of energy level of like, franticness of like, oh god, there's like shit happening. This guy's talking now. Something's happening over there.
Biggest problem.
And but it was done well. Like they did it really well. So, but that's the technique of shaky cam.
Right. The biggest problem is all these people just don't have any fucking education.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go to school. You can educate yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
But like knowing that why you use the different tools, the different ways you do it, the different angles, how you frame a shot, how you arrange things in the shot to imply things to the audience that they will subconsciously know, because that's how our brains are wired. Like knowing all that stuff is really important as a filmmaker, and the good filmmakers manipulate that even on something mundane as just two people talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, like look at the one scene in Eyes Wide Shut with Tom Cruise and his boss or whatever talking around a pool table. The camera keeps cutting back. It gets in close. It comes out wide. It's changing and it's telling you through the motion of the camera and placement who's in control of this conversation at any given moment. And it's jostling back and forth. They're fighting egos through the camera itself.
That's really good. Damn. Yeah, that's very much what NYPD Blue is like too. Like for it can be just as mundane as the officers getting their assignments for that day. Or it could be like a really intense interrogation scene with like lots of anger and energy and frustration and stuff, and tension. Or it could be like a shootout on a busy New York street or something like that. Like it could be any number of things, but like they have some documentaries on the DVD set which are really interesting about that, where they were talking about how the cameramen kind of had to unlearn a lot of things, because these are guys who'd been in the business for decades and they knew how to film things and frame shots and make everything look nice. And so like Stephen Bochco and the directors were explaining to them, it's like, well, we're going for a different kind of look and feel for this, kind of more like almost like you're filming the news, like you're out at the scene filming an event as it happens, but everything is being filmed that way. And he's like, so basically you're asking me to intentionally do bad camera work. He said, kinda, yeah, essentially. Like, we don't want the slickness and the perfection. We want it more raw. And they did that for 12 seasons. And they kept it consistent throughout. It's just... Yeah, guerrilla style. That's a good way of describing it. It's like... It's
the actual style is called cinema verite.
Or cinema verite, the you are there style.
Well,
the precursor to found footage being an offshoot of that. But
exactly.
But yeah, so the point is there is a way to do it properly. Sorry, go ahead, Stout.
What I've been trying to say is it's almost as if there's no bad style of cinematography. They're just people who don't know how to use various styles of cinematography to the benefit of the film.
They're not educated in how to
using it wrong.
I wouldn't even say that's entirely true, because I'm sure there are actually some styles of cinematography that are just terrible all the time. But
maybe
as a baseline, it's like even stuff that we think of as being bad can be used to good effect. You know?
I just hate when I see like a studio production and I see beginner mistakes. Like I saw that in film school. Mm-hmm. You should learn that already. You have a fucking big budget movie. You shouldn't be making film school mistakes.
Yeah.
That's what then it bothers me, because like I know I could do better, and I'm over here on this fucking show with these dweebs. I mean, like I could have directed Ninja Assassin better, 1,000%, 1,000%.
Another thing about Ninja Assassin,
Assassin. Ninja Assassin.
Ninja Assassin.
Was
there are just aspects of it that are a little bit nonsensical. There's this character in the movie that I swear to God, she has no impetus to be following this guy around. No impetus to be continuing to like follow this guy wherever he goes. And it gets to the end of the movie. It's like, why are you here? You can't even fight. You're not a fighter. What are you fucking doing here? You serve no purpose here right now. There's no reason for you to be here.
Her only purpose is to be imperiled so that the hero has stakes.
Exactly.
That's literally it. She is a prop. In this entire movie, she is a prop. There's a term for that, and I cannot fucking remember a feminist term for that. I'm just
Oh yeah.
when
Yeah.
she's just like a prop for imperilment.
And it annoys me just as like a film viewer because it's like, why are you here? Why the fuck are you here?
What
You're
is
just
your purpose?
And there you are in danger.
Yeah.
So
Batteries
I
without
give it
honor.
like a 2.5 out of 5.
Batteries
Five.
without
Yeah.
horror. He said.
I gave it a 3 out of 5 because of the Wilhelm scream. It earned half a star.
Oh yeah, I think I saw you make a tweet about that. There's a Wilhelm scream. Oh my god. Yeah.
It's the only part I really tell you about, other than it's not well made.
Wilhelm, 3
I
out of
would
5.
say stick to the Scott Adkins ninja films if you want good ninja films that are modern.
Yeah.
Shadow of a Tear was way better than this. I need to rewatch this movie. I'll probably make Justin watch this with me. Now that I've seen the Ninja Assassin.
There's all
All right,
those
next.
wonderful 80s ninja movies too.
The next day, that'll be a Monday. I watched Summer Wars with some people on the PH16 Discord. They do
Yes.
watch parties all the time. I show up for those.
Cool.
And then on Tuesday, out of nowhere, Justin's like, "Let's watch." I was like, "Justin, you want to watch movies?" He's like, "Yeah, yes." So we watched House 2, the second story.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
Which has another actor from
That-
Cheers in it.
Yes, it does. I'm expecting another one in 3 and another one in 4. Otherwise, I'll be mad.
Just
There
slowly go
better
through
be
the
at
whole
this
cast. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cliff from Cheers shows up in
John
this one.
Ratzenberger.
Honestly, I felt like he was even funnier than Norm was.
Yes.
You know, like
He
Yeah.
plays like an
His character-
exterminator, I think, in this one, doesn't he? Something like
not
that.
exterminator,
Yeah.
no.
No.
Like just a handyman. Basically.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah,
Okay,
he-
it's been a
This
while
guy-
since I've seen it.
Oh my
He's a
god!
weirdo, though.
Yeah.
If there's any question to the fucking the humor aspect of this, and the fact
Yeah.
that these are absolutely horror comedies,
Yes.
Mhm.
the two are in like the other room, and then he comes in like, gentlemen, gonna need you to come with me and check this out. Think I found your problem. And he goes,
Oh, right. I know
shows
the
the
part you're
whole
talking about.
and the hole is leading to like another dimension. It's like, seems here you got your classic portal to another dimension situation.
Yeah, just talks about it like it's clogged pipes or something, you know.
Like he's been here and done that before. Like he's seen it all.
Yes, I see your problem right here. In their portals to another dimension.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't like it as much as the first one. I did
Yeah.
like that scene better than. It was more funnier than anything in the first movie, in my opinion. But
Cliff is, his
Still a
scenes are great
7
in
out
that.
of
Yeah.
it's still a really good movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
I agree. The
I'm
first,
so glad I got these.
yeah, I remember the first one being stronger and the one that I tended to rewatch more, but I do remember liking the second one as well, mainly for Cliff's scenes.
Oh, and Royal Dano. Royal Dano's in it too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. He plays old Gramps.
Yeah.
And then we watched another Joe Bob Last Drive-In episode with Blood Rage, the Thanksgiving slasher film, 1987.
Ah, nice.
That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
cranberry sauce.
Oh yeah. Oh my
They
God.
say it like 5 times in the movie. I like this movie. It's silly.
Cranberry.
About this twin that goes on a killing spree, and then Grams is a good twin for it.
Oh, okay. It's the classic good
And
twin,
then-
evil twin scenario.
Yeah, but the good twin goes into an insane asylum and escapes.
Hmm.
On the anniversary of everything, his brother's going on a killing spree again. Shenanigans ensue. Pretty wild movie. A lot of cool gore.
It's
A lot
what?
of really cool gore.
Real cool gore. Cool.
Mhm.
All
Weird
right.
how
I like-
him.
I like the ending in particular of that movie. Like you could see it coming,
Mhm.
but at the same time, it's like they could choose to do something different here at the end that would really screw it up. And they didn't do it. They didn't screw it up. They did the thing that you were hoping you would see. And I don't know. It pleased the neurons in my brain. What few of them there are.
Neurons were pleased. All right.
And then we watched Mean Streets.
Mean
yes.
Streets.
Mean Streets.
It was the first time watch for me.
One of the
It was a really good
first.
movie.
I don't know if I've seen that
Martin
one.
Scorsese movies.
One of his early films, yeah.
Uh,
Kind of
it
exploded
was-
onto the scene.
I don't know if it's in high definition anywhere.
It was not
wasn't
in high definition. It was in
watched it.
DVD. We were talking about how it was DVD quality.
Shocked.
I know.
But I mean, you could see even in this early film, like 1973, I believe,
Really high.
Like, holy shit. Martin Scorsese was good then. He's always been good.
Iceman says it is on Blu-ray.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Netflix just had it on DVD, and
I
it is.
see.
It is 1973, correct?
Oh, I know one of the great things about Harvey Keitel in this movie. I remarked when I was watching it. I'm really glad that I don't have to see Harvey Keitel's penis.
Well, he's more importantly
nice.
crying.
Thank goodness.
Yes, I really appreciated that.
I will never get the image out of my head of him standing butt naked, covered in blood, in his fucking church, with a mournful cry coming from his mouth. Ah! I can't do it justice. You have to see Bad Lieutenant to see it, to understand it.
Oh, Bad
Understand
Lieutenant. Yeah.
And the burned-in sensation of that wiggling around in my brain on a bad day. Ah!
Now, it struck me that Mean Streets, he was still trying to, it was well written, but it didn't have any of those punchy lines that you expect from, his latter films, things that'll stick with you forever kind of shit.
Yeah. Or those scenes.
Yeah. But
It's lacking a lot of scenes, like in Taxi Driver, you can see like when
you
he's
still
covered in
get
blood,
the
and like,
sense, though.
you know.
You still get the sense, though, like, there are a few scenes here and there where it's like, holy shit, that shot was fucking fantastic. And just why do I keep wanting to say interchange? An exchange between two characters in a bar that's just like perfectly scripted, perfectly shot and everything. It's like, holy shit.
Fair,
He had it
not
then.
entirely wrong.
He had it then. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, interchange isn't entirely an entirely wrong term. It just would be inapplicable for which you're using it.
Yes.
Anyway.
Interchange is, in fact, a word.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be used in that way, but not really. Interchange is the highway thing. Anyway. I watched yesterday. That's by Megan, the Paul Lynde Halloween special from 1976.
I keep wanting to see that.
Well,
Yeah.
it's 10% Halloween.
Love Paul Lynde.
There's some performances by Kiss, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
Then there's like 4 skits that have nothing to do with Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
And our summary was it's 10% Halloween, 90% cocaine.
Yeah.
It feels like someone did a lot of cocaine when they wrote this.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, but not necessarily the way they intended.
Uh-huh.
It was very enjoyable, but it's also on Amazon Prime. So
Yeah.
I gave it 3 out of 5 stars because it was not high quality, but I enjoyed it, so I gave it a like.
It's only out in standard. It's been released on DVD.
It was shot in video.
It was shot on video. Yeah, it's very typical, like, variety special for that era. But the big deal about it was, that it's Paul Lynde, who is, famous comic actor, and
I don't know why he's getting a Halloween special, but
well, he was in Bewitched as like the uncle, so he kind of has
guess.
loose connection. Also, could just be he just fucking felt like doing a Halloween special because I mean he was a pretty influential comic actor. He had a pretty long run on Hollywood Squares. He was very popular on that. A lot of guest spots. Oh, I remember him actually as the voice of the rat in Charlotte's Web, the animated Charlotte's Web movie.
oh, damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the be real honest, the Halloween stuff feels tacked on, and then Kiss just kind of shows up. But Kiss sings none of the things that are like I think they sing Beth or whatever. They sing like 3 songs that have little to nothing to do with Halloween or horror or anything. It's all like love songs and shit. I'm so confused.
Well, to be
It's so
fair,
confusing.
I mean,
Just baffling the whole way through.
as theatrical and Halloweeny as Kiss is, most of their stuff was just kind of straight up rock and roll. Like, it really didn't have any kind of comic booky or Halloweeny aspect
They didn't
to
like
it.
put any oomph behind their fucking lyrics. They're just like, I was just thinking about fucking.
It's just
Like,
about
alright.
it's just about feel good rock and roll, really, and that was pretty much it. And then the rest was just all theatrics, you know.
Yeah.
And
They're not
awesome,
as cool as
awesome
modern bands.
theatrics. Love their theatrics, but
They just got the inspired band to do it better because they lean into the concepts they build.
well, yeah, exactly. It's a more fully formed thing.
I mean, go look up Heavysaurus.
So it's like
It's an awesome band.
It's kind of like it's Kiss is the band that was formed out of eclectic tastes. They loved
Yeah.
rock and roll, so they wanted to be a rock and roll band. They loved comic books, so they wanted to be superheroes, and Halloween
There we
and
go.
stuff. And then, well, let's just do all of it in one. Let's just smush it all together.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry,
There we go.
don't
Power
you mean Knights in Saint Service?
Nice.
Yeah.
Service. Or keep it simple, stupid. Yeah.
So my total was 9 movies this week. I'm done. That's it. That was everything.
That's good.
I watched a couple other. I think I
Wow.
mentioned that I watched. Might have only mentioned it Skinslip actually. That I watched the Curse of La Llorona on.
Yeah, you mentioned that last week, I think, actually.
Oh, I did. Okay.
You watched
Yeah,
the
Well, then if that's
the newer one, not the
Yeah.
Conjuring verse one.
Not
not
the
the Conjuring.
Right.
quote unquote Conjuring first one.
Yeah,
God
wow.
damn it.
Okay. Well, the only movie I watched without chance this week was, and soon the darkness.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I think you're both gonna like.
Mhm.
I struggled with whether or not to call this a proto slasher, even though it's.
It's on the
It's-
list.
Yeah. Could
I
be.
don't really know if it really.
It's on the
Uh,
list. So
It is.
yeah, you're
Oh.
outvoted.
Well, there you go.
Okay, I'm not. There are many elements of it that do not feel like
Right.
a slasher, but then there are other elements. It's like, oh my god, that's straight out of a
It's a
slasher.
trash.
That's
it's
the
a slasher.
definition of a proto slasher.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
It doesn't have all the tropes,
Well, I mean,
but
it-
has enough to be.
yes.
Yeah.
For instance,
Just before the
I'm not gonna
boom.
give it
Yeah.
away. I'm not gonna give it away. But just take a look at the 2 shots they have on the back here. God damn it! Stop being all glowing.
Yes,
and shit.
that great reflection.
Uh huh.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We can
It's
see your
beautiful.
camera really well in that reflection.
Oh yeah, there it is. I'm focused now. Finally.
Hey, I recognize that camera. It's the same one I have.
Ah, that's what I'm
For you
using
guys.
too.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway,
All right, that's why our exposures are all crap. Got
That's
it.
right.
Yeah.
This is a really good movie. I don't know how to describe it. I really don't know how to describe it other than the proto slasher aspect
Well,
of
you're
it.
not. That's enough explanation. Kind of like a slasher, but not quite.
It also had a bit of a giallo feel to it, honestly.
But that's also part of the same concept.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, because they've got the detective aspect to it, and they're
Mhm.
trying to throw you off the scent of the,
Yep.
the movie.
Red herrings and
Yeah.
I mean, it all predates
like-
slashers, so that makes sense. Yeah.
And you're
twist
just
ending as to who the killer is.
suspicious of
Oh,
literally
I wouldn't have suspected that guy.
They do such a good job of keeping you suspicious of everyone until the very fucking end.
Yeah.
So it's
That's-
really
that sounds very
really good.
giallo-like. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I think you guys definitely need to get this. I'm glad I
Okay.
got
That
it.
sounds great. Yeah, I'd definitely be down for.
And it was written by Terry Nation.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Terry
Yeah.
Nation?
Original story and screenplay by Brian Clemens and Terry Nation.
Well, holy shit! I definitely need that now. That's
It was directed
Yep.
by the guy who did the Abominable Dr. Fives and Devil's Reign, which is one of my favorite movies.
nice.
And cinematography by Ian Wilson of The Crying Game. Not that that's a
Jeez.
big deal, but
All-star crew.
Yeah. No,
but
that's-
yes, it's a
Great
great
movie from 1970. Go.
yeah,
you.
1970.
50 years ago, Stoudman.
50 years.
50 fucking years.
Christ. 50 years ago.
Yes, Stout.
What I
That was
do?
everything.
I don't know.
It's your turn, Sean.
Oh.
Wait, I watched Steven Universe actually.
Oh
also.
yeah, you were
The
gonna
first-
say you
First 11 episodes of Steven Universe.
Holy
and I
shit.
really enjoyed it.
nice.
Well, they're only 12 minutes long, so it's
Oh,
like pretty
okay,
easy to.
okay. So it's like 2 hours.
That's only what 3 hours worth of watching. No, it's 2 hours.
2 hours, 2 hours and a bit.
That's 2.5 hours. Yeah,
Yeah,
something like that.
cool.
Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna probably watch some more on Monday with USB Gecko, who,
Nice.
if those who don't know, is USB Gecko is someone I've known for, let's see here, 21 years now,
Wow.
22 years roughly. Yeah, I met him when I was in senior in high school, and he was a freshman. And
Oh.
he rode the bus to my house with his computer on his back to come hang out with me.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. But it was cool, yeah. We've been friends ever since. I mean, there was a time when we didn't hang out because my mom was toxic and was
Wow.
telling me not to hang out with certain people.
Yeah.
And then, I listened to her for a while because it was dumb.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Or I was
when
abused.
you're young?
I wasn't dumb. I was abused. But, like,
Yeah.
I disregarded that, and now we're friends again. There we go.
Well, good.
Yep.
And
Can I just say
he
I'm so glad
co-runs
that
the
you,
Discord with you.
Yeah,
can
he
I
did.
just say I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you caught yourself there and said stop calling yourself stupid.
Yeah. It's literally
I'm proud
shifting
of
the
you.
blame to yourself, and
I'm
that's
proud of
wrong.
you.
trying to be better to myself, yes.
Yeah. It's that's a process.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, with the camera work in NYPD Blue, you have to unlearn certain things and relearn healthier things that are the reality.
It's a very strange comparison, but I'll take it.
I
I'll-
really like.
no,
What do you say, Sean?
that was it.
One of my favorite things about Steven Universe is that there's no fat shaming. Like, the characters are fat and nobody cares the fact that they're fat. No one
Yeah,
bothers them out. You should get healthy.
they're
You should
just
get
them.
fucked.
Yes.
Fuck alone. Like, a fat person knows that well, I guess I'm not fat anymore. I'm chubby, but whatever. I
It's
used to
been
be
so long since I've experienced anybody who's just like, whoa, I can't believe how big, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a rare thing now. I'm so glad about that.
Yeah.
People just see me as a human being who's fucking huge. It's like, okay,
Yeah, you're just a
you're a
big,
human
you're a
being.
big pillow of a human. Whatever.
Yeah, big pillow.
Good cuddling.
Our stout pillow.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I watched. I watched 11
Okay.
episodes of Steven Universe. I'll watch some more this week, and we're all good to go.
Excellent. So I watched some things I watched 4 movies. Yeah, I watched 4 movies this week.
Ooh.
And some TV. Watched some more Dark Shadows. Of course, we do the Dark Shadows watch party every week. It was a pretty good batch this week. I'm actually where we're at in the watch party now is where I left off, like a little past where I left off. So it's all into uncharted territory for me now. So very exciting. We're having a lot of fun with that. We do those every Thursday on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime and Twitch, you can watch along with us. By all means, feel free to join the party. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, I watched this, Creature from Black Lake. Basically, the day it came in, I couldn't wait. I was like, oh my God, I've been wanting to see this again for so long.
You bought it while I was talking about it on the stream. So
I did.
yeah.
I literally bought it as
You're
Skinslip
so
was
excited.
talking about it. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I mean, the transfer quality it's basically DVD quality, but I didn't care. I mean, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Blu-ray, but it's like public domain Blu-ray. so
No,
it's like,
this one they say right on the website it is not
Oh.
high def.
Oh, both of them are public domain, but high def. So
But yeah, no, they
That's-
note on the website when that isn't the case.
I didn't
but,
bother reading. I don't give a fuck what quality it's in.
I didn't really care either. I mean, I figured whatever. I mean, it's just great to have the movie, and this is original
Fine after
artwork
special
that they
features,
is
specifically.
original artwork that they did for this release, which is pretty cool. They show photos of the original poster art in the extras. But yeah, it's basically about a couple of college guys in their late 20s who go out to the Louisiana? Yeah, the Louisiana swamps where there's been reports of a Bigfoot-like creature roaming around. So they have reason to believe that it's more than just rumor and that it actually exists. So they go out to research it. Essentially, it's essentially a Bigfoot hunting movie, and but it's done in
Go buy it, Stout.
huh?
I said, go buy it, Stoud. Anyway, continue.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
but it's buy it quick because it's a limited edition, and this is already like halfway. Mine's number 148 of 300. So, anyway, so they go out to investigate and find out what's going on. And there's, as I mentioned earlier, there's a couple of very famous character actors in this. Jack Elam, who did a lot of westerns and played a lot of bad guys and stuff like that, plays this sort of, the crazy trapper guy that everybody in town knows but nobody believes, where supposedly his friend got attacked by this creature and he saw it clear as day but nobody believes him. So of course the college guys want to find this guy and talk to him. This is like he actually might know something and know where we can find it. And then there's another there's like this family of farmers that they find, and one of the grandfather is played by Dub Taylor, who you may not recognize the name. You'll immediately recognize his face, though. He was in like a bajillion westerns throughout like decades of movies, and often played kind of quirky characters. So in that case, they have a story where they also may have seen the creature. So and there's all kinds of other little things in there. But the thing that's fun about it is, as I mentioned earlier, the two characters in it, the two college guys, they're just so likable. Like these characters, it's obvious. They mentioned the Shock Marathons gang when they were talking about this movie. They said one of the things that attracted them to it was the fact that it was really obvious that everybody making this movie really wanted to do it because they wanted to make a movie. They weren't just doing it to make some money or anything like that. They're doing it out of a genuine love for making movies.
That's the best movie.
Yes,
right there.
And I have to agree, that really comes across.
Good for you.
Thank you. That really comes across in the performances and in the writing and everything. It's actually a pretty sharply written movie for just being a low-budget Bigfoot movie, but it's very good. I've it was actually just as a movie much better than I even remembered it being as a beloved movie from my childhood. So it was great to watch it. I won't say anything about what happens, but there's some great suspenseful moments. The creature effects are kept appropriately to a minimum, and I think that's why, as a kid, it scared the shit out of me, was because you very rarely get a clear look at the creature.
Jaws effect.
It leaves a lot of it up to your imagination. You see it often in silhouette and things like that, and you can see how it moves and hear the sounds it makes, and that made it a lot scarier to me as a kid. And now watching it, through a slightly more objective eye, I just think it's really effective filmmaking, especially for a low-budget movie, and it worked really well. So anyway, one of my all-time favorites. Glad to finally have it. The second one I watched was the second feature on this disc, which was I Love to Kill, also known as Impulse, starring William Shatner. He's basically a gigolo con man who kind of gets into the good graces of women who are fairly comfortably off, and then he steals their money and moves on. But he kind of gets caught in the lie by some of the wrong people, or there's some people who want to double cross him. So he ends up leaving just this trail of dead people in his wake, like accidentally or having no choice but to kill them and things like that. And it's ridiculous in all the right kinds of ways, and coupled with the fact that it's William Shatner as the gigolo con man who's just going nuts and killing everybody, is just something funny about that. I got sucked right in, and the cast in it is actually quite good. There's some wonderful character actors in there. Some of them I looked up, they didn't really do much else. They did like a handful of movies. There's
my favorite.
There's a young actress in here, plays the little girl of one of the women that he is targeted, essentially, and she finds out what's going on with him. And of course, she's trying to tell everybody, why do you keep lying? He's a nice man, blah blah blah. It's like, no, I'm not. He killed somebody, and blah. And she's trying. It's the old kids trying to tell the truth. Kid actually knows everything that's going on if you just listen to the damn kid. But the girl who played the little girl was really good. I thought, wow, this kid's a really good actress. Like, what else has she done? Look her up, like 6 things, and then she just quit acting and went on to live her life. But okay,
this happens sometimes.
Made her mark and moved on.
The system just eats you up and spits you out.
Sometimes, yeah, or they just, this isn't.
They find a life
all it's cracked
Someone
up
else
to
could-
be, But
They
anyway,
find some other passion in their life along the way. That
Yeah.
happens a lot.
but I thought she was really good, and some of the other actors in there were really good. As I mentioned, we have the actor who played Oddjob in Goldfinger, plays a guy that William Shatner's character knew from jail. They spent some jail time together, so of course he wants a piece of the action, and William Shatner's just like, sure, I'll give you a piece of the act, But anyway, I won't say anything about what happens, but
That's not oddly sexual.
yeah, well,
Yeah, buddy, I'll give you a fucking piece of
yeah,
the
it's not
action,
how I meant it at
still.
all, but
Oh, Jesus. This got weird.
yeah, with these kinds of things, you obviously want to maintain some of the mystery because it's part of the
Yeah.
fun, kind of seeing where it goes. But that's the basic premise: is he's kind of this gigolo guy who's on the prowl for women that he can con out of their money, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun, and the fact that it's William Shatner just chewing up the scenery as this character is an absolute hoot. I think it came out in like 1976. So it was like a few years after Star Trek, when he was kind of in that limbo where he was just doing a lot of like cult and exploitation films.
Like the Devil's Reign.
The Devil's Reign. Is that the one where he's twins?
Same director too, by the way.
Is that the one where he was twins? Like he's supposed to be like,
No.
no, there's another one where he's like twins, and one of them is, okay, get this, William Shatner as a white man and a native counterpart to the white man who are twins.
Mm-hmm.
It's on I think it's on one of the spaghetti western sets. But I watched it. I don't remember a goddamn thing about it, but which probably says everything right there. But
Yeah.
appropriately
But yeah.
appropriately inappropriate. And now Skinslip tells me Gold Ninja Video puts hidden movies on their disc, so I'm gonna have to go.
All of it.
I'm gonna have to go digging through this because if there's
There could
more,
be up to 2 hidden movies.
if there's
just so you
more
know.
movies on there, I want to find them. So, all right.
Probably, they're usually by the same director too, so you'll find another
Excellent.
director.
Excellent.
Same
Oh,
director.
good.
Yeah.
White Comanche. That
White
was
Comanche,
the
thank
one,
you,
Iceman.
Iceman.
Thank you. Yeah, that was the one.
Jesus, that fucking movie.
Okay, so
Too close to that.
next up being Friday the 13th yesterday, of course, Rosie and I didn't watch anything. So today being Saturday the 14th, we of course watched a couple of Friday the 13th movies. So we were going to watch them yesterday, but she just got here and wanted to hang out with her friends. So I was like, okay, so why don't we watch movies tomorrow? I'm like, okay, fine. So we decided to pick up right where we left off with the Friday the 13th movies with Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning.
Dun, dun, dun.
And what a lot of people sort of disparagingly refer to as, oh, that's the one with the fake Jason. I'm like, well, yeah, but
Fake Jason. Yep, that's me.
but like
I'm guilty of that.
but like hear me out here. Now having watched it again, this is the second time I've watched this. I like it because it's mainly the story about Tommy sort of dealing with his trauma of encountering Jason in the previous one. And I like that. I like that connection. I like the character of Tommy and kind of how he goes. When I was watching this again, I was thinking like, this is like Friday the 13th, the Giallo. Because, well, no, hear me out. Because what is a Giallo? A Giallo is a murder mystery with extremely violent, gory deaths, lots of red herrings along the way as to who the killer is, and then at the very end, you find out who the killer is. And it's never who you thought it was going to be. Sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it's out of left field. Friday the 13th Part 5 is basically a murder mystery with really gory, violent deaths. You don't know who the killer is. There's lots of red herrings along the way. You find out at the very end who it is, and it isn't necessarily who you thought it was going to be.
The world's cheesiest Giallo film, I guess.
It's...
Good grief.
Will you say something,
It's also
Skinslip?
not made in. Also not made in Italy. But
Well,
that's-
okay,
Means,
yeah.
Means
I'm
time I had a
talking-
discussion about this as a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. I'm talking structure-wise. I mean, we've talked about this before also. There's certain films that are like American giallos. Like Alice, Sweet Alice, for example, is very much both a proto-slasher and an American giallo. Like, they follow the format. So, this is like Friday the 13th, the giallo movie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
mean,
really like 5 much.
Whether you like it or not, I'm just saying. I know a lot of people don't like it for that reason. They just want it to be.
I don't think it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
They
just want it to be real Jason. It's like
Refresh my memory. The 5th one is the one with the guy with the chocolate bar, right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I like that character.
Yes.
Everybody else hates him, right? And I'm just
Every-
like, that me. That me.
I know, right? I gotta protect Stoudman.
Actually, Rosie liked that character too, and
Yeah.
then well,
So did I.
bye.
That's crap.
And that
Oh,
wasn't
you
even and that wasn't even fake Jason.
Yeah, it was just some asshole.
But the thing is, it actually set up things nicely in a way that you don't know until the very end. That was like the sort of clue at the beginning. Like, and I found a lot of giallos are like that too. They'll kind of give you the clue right at the beginning when you're least suspecting it, and it'll come back around to that at the end.
Yeah.
And
Chekhov's gun.
And it's like, oh shit, that guy who did that thing and made that face. It was him.
That's good filmmaking. It's called Plant and Payoff.
Plant and payoff, yeah.
Chekhov's gun in in theory, because it's like a Chekhov's gun, like it's a gun on the mantelpiece.
Oh, the gun on the mantelpiece. Yeah, you must fire it by the end of the third act.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I think it's called Chekhov's gun. Shit.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
well, I don't think this is the best one of the series. I thought it was all right. I mean, it had some good stuff, and I thought I kind of liked that connection that I made there. It's like they're kind of doing a giallo thing, and
I like them all for various reasons.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, and also you got to figure like, okay, they basically were looking to finally kill Jason at the end. How are they gonna? But they want to keep the series going. Well, how can we do it without Jason? Well, this is a possibility. They could go in this direction. And it looked like they were kind of thinking of maybe continuing in that direction, but I'm guessing that maybe this one wasn't as well received, so they kind of backpedaled a bit. So then, that brought us to Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives, a.k.a.
that one probably the most.
The amazing magical power of lightning.
It's a reference to Frankenstein.
Absolutely, it's a reference to Frankenstein. Dude, they go to Karloff's convenience store in one part.
I know, right?
Like, there's so many Frankenstein references in this.
It's so on the nose.
It really is. But, first off, I love
Everyone
that.
knows lightning reanimates dead tissue.
First off, I love that poster art. That's a great poster.
Yeah.
But this is where I left off last time. So this is I'm all caught up to where I left off. So next time we'll be watching, I guess, 7 and 8, which those are two of the ones I've never seen. So
8's one of my favorites.
So that'll be fun. But yeah, really like this. The real deal is back. Jason has been officially resurrected and is wreaking havoc once more. One thing I kind of enjoyed about this, and Rosie kind of liked it as well, was the fact that there are so many little kids in this movie. There's like an entire girl camp and boy camp of like legit little kids, not adults playing little kids, actual little kids, like 8 and 9-year-olds. And what was in the previous one? There was the little boy who was kind of the friend of I guess he was the cook at the mental institution, and Rosie was asking me, he's like, oh, he's gonna get killed, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, does Jason kill kids? And I said, well, generally speaking, in horror movies, they usually don't kill kids. That's kind of an unspoken rule. I said usually kids and virgins are the safe ones, but not always. Usually. So I found it funny how she asked me that question in number 5. Then we get into number 6, and there's like literally 24 little kids in the camp. Jason roaming around. But yeah, anyway, it was fun to revisit that one as well. I like that it kind of annoys me they recast Tommy, because I actually really liked the guy they had in 5 as Tommy. I thought he played the sort of inner torment and could snap on a dime aspect really well. I have no idea what the story is, why they recast him, but it was great to see Corey Feldman in the intro of that. Nice callback to the fourth one. And then 6, they, have a completely different actor again. But I do like the sort of story arc of Tommy, how he starts off as this kid who just kind of likes to make masks and play little pranks and just, he loves horror movies and stuff, finds himself in the middle of essentially a real-life horror movie, is completely traumatized by it and has to go into a mental hospital for a while to deal with it, and then ultimately decides to take his catharsis into his own hands in number 6 and dispose of Jason himself. And it's a great little story that runs throughout those 3 movies, and I like that kind of. I dig continuity like that. And he's also notable in that he's apparently the only character to survive through 3 entire Friday the 13th movies. So
That's why I like the Dream trilogy for Nightmare on Elm Street, where it's 3, 4, 5. It's like there's kind of a cohesive story to a point.
Continuous, yeah. Except there's a couple recastings along the way, but
yeah, of course.
But
filming and all that.
And but it is like characters that survive one carry over to the next, and so forth, and it's and each one builds on the previous one. I like that, and I would have really liked if they had continued in that direction. So I was saying a while ago that I feel like, having finally sat down and seen all, the big 3 franchises, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th, I feel like of the 3, Friday the 13th is actually the one that holds the story together the longest, like the most consistently, especially at least, through the original 8.
That's the best kills, I think, too, as a pure slasher film.
Well, very
Nightmare on Elm
creative.
Street
Very creative.
Nightmare on Elm Street can go a little bit crazy because it's dreams.
Well,
but
it's dreams, yeah, for sure.
Friday the 13th is it just being like an actual grounded in reality slasher. It's the most creative kills, I think.
Absolutely, because they're all very, well, for the most part, very plausible and possible.
Yeah.
And
except for being swinging against a fucking tree
and that
in a sleeping bag, but
and that makes it scary. But yeah, so anyway, we're enjoying our journey through the Friday the 13th set. These are the 2 new discs from the Scream Factory set, of course. No new transfers on these ones, but honestly, they don't really need them. They look good. They look fine.
Which discs are we getting replaced?
It's 3, 9, and 10. Yeah, 3, 9, and 10. 3 is just it's just one shot. It's the 3D in the 3D version. The 3D title doesn't leap off the screen the way it's supposed to. Apparently, it was misaligned or something. In 9, Jason Goes to Hell, it's a shot of from the uncut version of someone's wrist being snapped. It's a gore shot.
That's a kind of important one.
Yes, exactly. Well, like I was saying, I think when we first talked about it, what do you want the uncut version for? The extra gory bits. It's kind of the reason. So that's being reinstated. And then in 10, it was the sleeping bag kill that you just mentioned is missing the sound effects.
Well, that's the reference to an earlier kill in the franchise.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's missing some of the sound effects in that scene, apparently. So.
Oh, I just zoned a bit. Did you say that you had already sent out for that? You signed up to get the.
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, I filled out the form. I sent.
Did you, Justin?
I sent
Yes,
all the scans of all the receipts. How do you get the? Oh my God, we've gone through this literally 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it is confusing, to be fair.
Hold on.
I guess we can start watching that soon, huh, Justin? Since we'll probably take a while to get through the whole series anyway.
I wouldn't put money on getting the replacement disc.
I will include the link Hold on. I'll include the link one more time in the description for those of you on YouTube. We've included it for like the past 3 weeks. Yeah, we talked about it like the past 3 weeks, dude. There you go. Go to that link, fill out the form, give them your proof of purchase, either a screen capture if it was from Amazon, or a photocopy or like scan of the receipt if you bought it in the store, and that's that. No, it's not that. It's not that one, Iceman.
That link does tell you the instructions on how to fill out the form properly, though.
Yeah. Oh, it is. No, it is discshipment.com. Yeah. If you go to my link, it'll give you the information, and then
The only annoying
go.
thing is that this is from Shout Factory, right? And
Yeah.
Shout Factory, the whole year because of COVID-19, it's just been
expect it.
slower than usual. and
Yeah.
they're usually slow.
They
It's not Shout
say
Factory, though.
they expect them to be shipped out in November. I would say give them like 2 to 3 months to get to you. It's not going to be fast. So
It can be sent to you media mail because it's just a disc and an envelope.
yeah.
It's by a third-party company that's going to do fulfilling. That's why you're going to this
Yeah.
other website.
Yeah.
I'm saying, Justin, we can watch them because we'll probably just watch one a week for a while. And since number 3's airs only in the 3D version,
Yep.
we can watch that, and we can all the way up to 9. We
You
have
watch
8 weeks of movies,
You can watch all the
Yeah.
the first 8, and then
and we still have 2 more house movies, so we're not there yet.
yeah, I watched 2 more house movies, and yeah. So I'm probably gonna go back and rewatch the first 4, just because the first 4 on the set are new transfers, and like to see how those look.
And the remake.
I've never seen the remake. I'm gonna wait until I see all the way through the
remake is the best out of the first 4.
what?
Like, everything from that, like it's all based. No, the remake is based on the first 4 movies.
Oh, okay. Then I
After
will.
you watch the first 4, you can just watch remake.
Then I could probably watch the remake anytime then, because I've seen the first 4 twice. So,
Yeah.
Good. I have not seen the remake, so I'll probably just jump right into that then.
Directed by Marcus Nispel. We like his art.
Oh, really? I think I knew that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
starring Derek Mears as Jason, which I think is a great choice.
Me and Justin will get around to it.
Yeah.
We'll probably watch first 4 and then watch the remake just to make sure we have like the nice freshness for
Everything fresh in your brain.
watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
and then we'll continue on.
That's
the
actually not
series.
bad.
'Cause,
I might do the same thing because I actually really like the first 4. So yeah, I just watch them all back to back.
Well, I mean, like I like all these slasher movies, like all the Nightmare films, like all the
Yeah.
Friday films, like all the fucking Halloween films, even the bad ones,
They are
even
fun.
H2O. God damn it!
H2O is not bad. I don't know why people shit
No,
on it
it's
so
not.
much. It's
It's
like
my least favorite of
yeah,
that whole franchise.
it has some good stuff in it, and I like the idea that it was the first attempt to kind of reboot the franchise. You know?
At least Resurrection has Buster Rhymes and Dangertainment.
Oh my god!
Sorry. Had to go
So-
there.
I am so forgiving with movies, but good lord, that one was awful.
That was the best part, though. Dangertainment.
Dangertainment, yeah.
Oh,
See, I would have liked if they had done like some kind of proper, I don't know, found footage type thing. Maybe that could have worked. But
that rumor of them having like a whole film, some of the found footage, that was like,
dude,
God, I
the
wish that
whole
were true.
thing like that, yeah, having this sort of,
Like the
I don't know.
concept is cool, and they just did not do it well.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to, and it's felt like 2 different movies. Like there's the first 20 minutes that connects to H2O, and then that part ends, and then it's like the real movie begins. It's like they just wanted to have a slapdash resolution to that continuity, so they could just say Jamie Lee Curtis was in it, and then to the real movie they wanted to do, which was this Buster Rhymes thing.
Dangertainment.
Dangertainment.
You best. I want a Dangertainment shirt so bad. I know someone's
That
made one.
I would
need
be
it.
down for. I would totally wear a Dangertainment shirt.
Like fuck, and like you can't take it
Yeah.
seriously for a single goddamn second.
No, you can't.
It's entirely cringy, but that's why I laugh my ass off the whole point.
They're in the right frame of mind. Cringe can be incredibly entertaining. I will admit.
Yeah, those 2 movies though I don't generally watch very often, so
The
I'm
H2O.
not a
and-
huge fan of them.
Yeah, I tend to go 1 through 6, and then that's pretty much it.
Yep.
I have a
Yeah,
lot of
pretty
issues
much.
with 5. Not as many with 6, but
5 is annoying. The recasting bothers me super bad.
yes. Well, no. Wait, which recasting?
Jamie.
That's 6. 6 was the one. Where
Oh,
she
the
was-
6. Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I
Crosswires.
totally agree there, and especially when you know the backstory of why she was recast.
Oh, they fucked her over so
They
hard.
really fucked her over. But
Unnecessarily.
yes, like she bent over backwards to be in that movie. Like
And they fucked her.
at
Oh,
her
that's
own
terrible.
expense.
That's
and
a terrible image.
yeah, it's
Lord.
bent her over and fucked her over.
Oh, Jesus.
Bent over backwards and fucked her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was glad that
No, they really fucked her over this.
I was so happy when she showed up in both of the Rob Zombie movies. It was great.
She has quite a horror career. She's done a lot of movies. So.
Oh, she loves it. She's such
yeah.
a sweetheart too. So generous to the fans and everything. But she's got a movie coming out, doesn't she? One she's directing.
Yeah, she's directing some movie. I can't remember the title. But
I forget what it is too. I think it was in the news last week. We were talking about it. But you're looking? She's looking it up. Let's look up Danielle Harris.
Spell her name. I'm too tired, so I'm going to Halloween 4. Return spell.
Just click on her name in the credits.
I'm fucking. It's called Among Friends.
It's less to type. Okay.
It's neither of these movies. What the fuck? Neither of these things. What the hell?
You should be able to.
Okay, it's not here. 1 second. I gotta open up IMDb. Danielle Harris. Jesus Christ.
She was in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? I didn't know that.
Like, maybe it's not, maybe it hasn't been made yet. But she has a movie in 2008 and a movie in 2012, but neither of the movies we're talking about.
Oh,
I think it's going in production, and maybe that's why there's no information.
Okay.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fine. All right. Whatever.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hold
on. The Host app? No, that she's in that one. She's not directing that one. The Host app.
Here we go. Set to direct a sequel, an all-female slasher movie being produced by fellow industry legend Joe Dante.
That's the one.
I just typed in her name to our Discord to find it.
Okay.
That's
10 one.
Results. So yeah.
Okay.
Script was penned by James Moran, who produced and written Doctor Who and Torchwood. Plot details for the film are still locked away, but the project is being described as darkly comedic.
Cool.
I like it. All right.
I'm in.
Yeah, Danielle Harris is cool.
I'll watch pretty much anything she does. She's awesome. All right. Good. Well, that was a good batch of stuff. So that's all I watched this week. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, that reminds me.
Why?
I can't believe I saw the fucking Borat movie, the sequel.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the subsequent
movie film. Yeah.
That should tell you the fact that I completely forgot that I saw it.
Wow, really? I heard good things about it.
Yes, it's funny. I love how they eviscerate the right wing in this fucking movie. But at the same time, on a base level, as a film, it's only entertaining for the humor aspect of it. Mm-hmm. And I get that they're trying to make something that's like, you have to watch it like you're watching a Sharknado movie. You have to watch it like you're watching the
an insult.
Sharknado, The Room. Like you're watching The Room.
Okay.
And
interesting.
It's funny and entertaining on that level, but it's not really a great movie. Honestly, in my opinion. So,
okay.
I don't know. I liked it. I don't think I'll ever watch it again, though.
Okay, then. Good to know.
Yeah.
Worth watching once at least.
I'll watch it. I still haven't seen the first one. I remember everybody going on and on about the first one when it came out, and I've never seen it.
I don't get cringe comedy. It's probably why I don't understand Napoleon Dynamite and a bunch of other movies. It just kind of goes over my head.
I see what you mean. Well, I don't.
Just kind of go. Like I don't get it. Like you're all enjoying it. I'm like, that's cool, but I don't.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would call Borat cringe comedy. I kind of associate that more almost like with Jackass. Like, is it?
Nah. He's like, he does things because he's doing them cringe. He goes, and he says things that are purposely cringy.
Okay.
To get reactions. That's what I mean. It's like
yeah. That makes sense.
Maybe Napoleon Dynamite's not cringe comedy, but comedy is there to make you feel uncomfortable, but not like, I don't know. It always goes over my head. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just not for me,
Napoleon Dynamite, I love it, but it's hard to give it like it's hard to identify like the category for it because it's just so different from your sort of typical type of comedy and like
Well,
comedic, like
Napoleon himself in the movie, yeah.
like the comedic delivery of the characters and the way they play the characters very kind of sedate. I don't know how to describe it. It's just it's got this different vibe to it.
The thing what is notable about Napoleon Dynamite is Napoleon Dynamite does not change as a character from beginning toward the end. He's the same person at the end as he is at the beginning, but everyone around him changes. He's a catalyst character. He's a very rare thing in cinema because most protagonists go through a change.
Yeah.
But instead, he facilitates the change for everyone around him to become better people in various ways.
Changes a little bit, but it's not anywhere near.
That's not an appreciable amount.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing. It's not like he was a bad person. Now he's good. It's not. It's not the same thing. Meanwhile, everybody else changes for the better to some degree.
Yeah.
It's not a bad film. That's not a slight on the film. That's actually good filmmaking. It's just that's just an interesting note. I just thought it was kind of cool. It's a very really rare kind of thing. They don't do that normally.
I know you mentioned that before. I don't remember. I don't know if it's specifically
10 years ago almost. Jesus.
I don't remember if it was specifically in regards to Napoleon Dynamite or if it was something else. But I remember you mentioning that idea before, the whole thing about the protagonist going through change and versus being a catalyst for other characters, which is it's interesting.
Young adults the same way, in that the main character facilitates change in everybody else, but by the end she's still the same selfish idiot. It's a really heartbreaking movie, right? But like it's a good movie, but
young adult.
It's another one where the main character just goes like a fucking tornado through all these people's lives, and when she leaves and exits, she's not really changed. She thinks she's had this epiphany of change.
Yeah.
She's the same person.
She hasn't.
And everyone else around her is in fucking devastation and ruins and change because of her entry into their lives.
Great.
It's a good movie, but it's just like one of those few movies where it's like, yeah, all right, that's kind of cool.
Interesting.
And one can say, actually, now I'm thinking about Big Lebowski's also that character. He doesn't really change much. Everyone around him changes.
Yeah,
he changes a little. I mean, he's a little. Anyway, sorry.
No, that's okay. I'm just zoning now.
Lebowski didn't have to change.
No, he doesn't have to. That's the point.
He's a man for his time.
That's right.
He's the dude's unmutable, I believe, is the concept.
Well, and he abides, so Yeah.
Well, no, he just lets things happen. He lets the world pass by him, but he's the main character, and everyone around him changes in some way. And like I said, he does change a little bit, but because he starts taking Mulder's shit, he starts being a little more. I don't know.
You get the sense that he wasn't always the way that he is at the beginning of the movie, and that he had just been beaten down by the fucking world so much that he just stopped giving a shit about much.
He stagnated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. And then by the end of it, he calls that guy a human paraquat, and it's like, well, that came from somewhere, didn't it? That came. It's not something we're used to him saying, you know.
Yeah.
But it's a subtle thing. It's a really subtle change in the character. And I've seen the movie like 50 times, and it wasn't until like
I need to see it again.
Viewing 30, 35, I really picked up on that finally. I was like, oh shit! I had to go into film school, be taught how to look for those kind of things, and finally find it. It's a really subtle film. Such a good movie. Sorry, I probably should rewatch it now.
Yeah, that's one I need to rewatch as well. The funny thing is, like we talk about movies sticking with you, I've seen it once, and I still remember so much of it so vividly, like as if I saw it yesterday. It just
so good.
It just immediately imprinted on me, and I mean the fact that everybody quotes it constantly certainly doesn't hurt, but certainly it doesn't hinder that. But
endlessly quotable for sure.
But even there's like moments that aren't endlessly quoted, like just little a shot or a look or a line or a moment with a character that I remember vividly, and it's just all these little things. It's a very special movie in that respect, and I can see why it's so beloved. It took me a long time to even see it for the first time. I avoided it for so long.
Coen brothers are master filmmakers. My favorite part of this movie is they go to a place. They go to Simi Valley to do the money drop. They drive by this tiny little dinky sign that says Simi Valley, which is not a real sign that exists. But I grew up in Simi Valley, so every time I see that, Simi Valley's mentioned only one other time in cinema. Yeah. Joe Dirt. Guess where Joe Dirt's from?
Joe
Simi
Dirt.
Valley. Just funny, Joe Dirt's from my mobile home park where I grew up.
That's hilarious.
It looks nothing like it is in the movie, obviously, because it's just a movie.
Of
mobile
course,
park,
yeah, it's the movie.
But like, that's kind of like, oh, okay. Well, then.
Okay. Good
Oh,
stuff.
well, I guess we're done, huh? Shit.
I think we're done. We're just at the end of the show babbling about movies because we love movies part.
Oh, good. Maybe I can get some sleep. If I get up early. My date's in the AM, so I gotta like wake up at 6 in the morning. It's
Oh.
like 9 a.m. her turn.
Good times.
Oh,
Well, you
geez.
should probably get to bed. And I
Yeah.
think I'm
Worth
gonna...
it. It's worth it.
I'm gonna watch something. I don't know. I was gonna stream some more, but I'm tired. I still haven't fully recovered from marathon day. I only got about 7 hours of sleep, and then immediately jumped into a double bill with Rose, and I gotta make
Now
that
you're here.
breakfast hash. So I think I'm gonna watch a movie and cut up green peppers. So that will be
That's
my
the plan.
evening. That sounds like a good plan.
Not a bad plan at all.
But first things first,
Make
I'm gonna
the
go
food.
through that Gold Ninja disc and see if I can find the hidden movie.
Or two. It might be 2 movies. You gotta double check.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
It could be on any of the pages too. They
And
get
then
real sneaky.
and what if there whatever's on there, if I find it, I'm probably gonna watch that. So
Tell me what it is when you find out what it is. I'm
okay,
curious.
I'll let you know. All
Don't
right.
tell me where it is. Tell me which movie it is. So I don't
Okay,
help.
sure. All right. All right. Have a great night, everybody. I will probably be on tomorrow at some point. Want to try to get caught up on some highlights on Twitch. Kind of falling behind on those a little bit again, as usual. So let's make a day of it. Maybe we'll do that all day tomorrow. And yeah,
I'm back on Monday, streaming like normal.
let's get this back on Monday. Stout is Stout.
Doubting.
I am the Stoudman. I am the best character on the show.
He is the best Stout that ever stouted. When Stout walks in, the audience cheers wildly just from his presence.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm hoping that I get a new job next week. I'm hoping they give
Excellent.
me the job. That's what I'm doing.
All right. Well, best of luck with that, good sir. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a great day or night, everybody. And we will see you next time on the
Strafe.
Saturday night of InSaNity.
Bye.
So,
Penis.
sayonara, suckers. No. Viewers, people.
Olaf, fuckers. No, get out of here, dickheads.
Go home. The show's over.
Look, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
That's right. Bar's closed. Last call
That's
was
right.
hours ago.
Tip your fucking waitresses. you
Get
heathens.
out. We'll see you next time, everybody. Take care. We love you. Bye.
Jeez.